How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Thrash Maniac 99 channel. And yes, CD collection live because it's been a bit since the last update. So, yeah. Yeah, I think the last update I did was like sometime in October, and I've gotten a lot of stuff since the last update, and it's the reason why I am doing this live because, good God, if I was to try and record this, it would have taken maybe 3 hours if I was going into detail about everything. But also, I wanted to stop by and chat with you guys as well. So if anybody wants to hop on into the camera chat with me, just let me know and I'll send a link. Um, But yeah, I'm just waiting a few minutes before we get into all this. I got 6 stacks to go through here. So yeah, we're about 100 CDs since the last update. So I'm actually very close. I'm only a few away from 900. I'm getting closer to the big 1,000. But yeah, taking them all out, look at all the space that I pulled them out at. So yeah, but actually up there on the top of the shelf, you can see my two Metallica vinyls. I got And Justice for All as a Christmas present, and then Master of Puppets out of Walmart after Christmas. It's not me going away from CDs. I just wanted to get a couple. I'm thinking about getting the first 5 Metallica albums on vinyl just to have. But yeah, so there is all of that. But how is everybody doing tonight on this Friday evening? Yeah, we will be here for quite a while because we got a lot to go through. But there will be a video coming out tomorrow that probably won't be out until late tomorrow afternoon, early tomorrow evening, where I'm going to be doing the most anticipated albums of 2023 video. I know on my channel page I put up a bunch of mystery videos for the first week of January. You never really know what I'm going to do that first week, but once albums start coming out that I'm interested in the second week of the month, like Obituary and such, that's where album reviews are going to be coming back. So, and as well, I got to listen to some Enslaved to get ready for the Enslaved ranking that'll be coming out mid-January. And then it's looking like I'm going to be doing Entombed in February, and then March is Avenged Sevenfold, and then there will be a little break of doing discography rankings until later on in the spring. But so why don't we go ahead and get into these stacks of albums? I need to like clear some space to set them down and then get into it. All right, so I'm going to start from this stack and with that stack. So first off, we're going to have a pair from the same band, and that's Zentrix. I have Shattered Existence and For Whose Advantage. I would say Zentrix is one of the most underrated thrash bands of all time. Oh, we might actually have a guest coming along, and his name is Ricardo. Richard.
What's up? What's up?
Oh, where are you at work?
No, I'm actually gonna go pick up my sister at the mall. Like, I was barely gonna go on my laptop when she called me. Like, oh, can you pick me up? I'm like, fine. So I'm taking this on the road. So don't do this, kids. Don't text and drive. That's why I have this on my actual car. Yeah. So just be listening to you the entire time, showing up the goodies.
Yeah, biggest update I've done, and that's the reason why I'm doing it live tonight.
Yeah, because you have
Jesus Christ.
The ones that we got you for Christmas, plus the ones that you ordered.
And more.
And more coming up. I'm guessing 25 CDs, more or less.
No, we're talking about close to 100.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot. You haven't done that like in a couple of months.
Yeah, I haven't done an update since October.
Yeah.
So, yeah, boy.
Yeah. I'm surprised you still have room in your shelves.
I got about 7 shelves of space left.
Thankfully
Yeah,
for
eventually I'm gonna have to get another shelf eventually.
thankfully for my shelf holds a total of like 1,100 plus CDs.
That's what mine does too.
But I have like 2 shelves full with pops, and the other one filled with DVDs. So I don't know. I mean, I still have room. Like I still have room for like another 300 plus CDs.
All right, well, anyway, so back to the update at hand. So first we got a pair from Zentrix, Shattered Existence and For Whose Advantage. I mean, classic early Zentrix, one arguably the most underrated 80s thrash band of all time. And I need to get the new album, 7 Words, because that album kicked ass. But yeah, we got a pair from Zentrix. Next up, this is a recent one I got. Finally got this. Van Halen's Women and Children First.
Really?
I'd been looking for it all over the place and could never find it, but until now.
With Van Halen, for me, it's like probably the first one to 84, probably like maybe the first 2 Sammy Hagar albums, personally.
I mean, the only Roth era album I'm missing is 1984, and I need to get that at some point. But yeah, Women and Children First. I mean, In the Cradle Will Rock, Romeo Delight, Awesome shit. Okay, now we're about to get into a 5-pack.
Ooh.
So we got a 5-pack, all from Ulcerate. So we have Everything is Fire, The Destroyers of All, Vermis, Shrines of Paralysis, and Stare Into Death and Be Still. I already had the first Ulcerate album, but I was missing the rest of the catalog. And I have to say, if you like your tech death to be more experimental and atmospheric, definitely check it out. It's basically like baby Gorguts, because they're very similar to like modern Gorguts. Or, best describe Ulcerate is what would happen if Deathspell Omega was playing death metal instead of black metal. Because they're very similar in style, just Deathspell is black metal, Ulcerate's death metal.
I need to get some Gorguts in the future.
Well, stick around, because there will be some Gorguts coming up soon. Next up, this is one of several that I got from Classy Lonnie Metal yesterday in that unboxing. So, Two-Face Sinner, Rage Against Gods and Their Prayers. This is Blackened Death from when I looked it up.
From where?
Shit. Let me double check. Two-Face Sinner. I want to say they're actually members from Peru. Members from Peru and Canada. So it's an international.
So pretty much like a South American kind of band.
With Canadian members too. But yeah, it's like I'm looking at their page and it's like they're mostly compared to Belphegor, Marduk, Dark Funeral, and Watain. So it's more on the black metal side of Blackened Death. But next up, we got
a bit more atmospheric.
Next up, we got the latest from Trivium in the Court of the Dragon. I actually still need to get Sin in a Sentence and What the Dead Men Say, and I would have the comeback run of Trivium along with the classic era of the first 4. Not planning to get in Waves or Vengeance Falls, maybe Silence in the Snow, because there are some songs on there I like. But definitely from Sin in a Sentence to this, I'm definitely needing to get. But I already got the first 4, the classic run of Trivium. Next up, we got a live album Testament's Dark Roots of Thrash from 2013 when they played in the Paramount Theater. So, yeah, this is some pretty cool stuff. I was kind of hoping the DVD would have been in here. I might get the version with the DVD and give this away someday, but you never know. All right, and now to the next. Now we get a quadruple pack, and that's All Swallow the Sun, including the ones you got me, Ricky, with Morning Never Came and Ghosts of Loss, and then the ones that Lonnie sent me, Hope and Plague of Butterflies.
Ooh.
Now, Swallow the Sun is complete for me.
Kind of.
Well, the main release, the studio releases. I don't plan to get live
Yeah.
albums. But like the studio catalog, I much have. All right, that's stack number 1. 5 more stacks to go. All right, so moving on to the next one. Not often you see me get a compilation album, but I thought this one was a must-have, and that's... Oh, Ricky just dropped out. We have Sodom's 40 Years at War, The Best of Sodom. Greatest Hell of Sodom. Yeah, it's not often you see me get compilation albums, but I want to get this one because, yeah, it's a re-recording of one song from every album and EP for the most part since the beginning, but I love how it's produced. Like, it sounds incredible, and I'm hoping that they use this same production sound for their next studio album, which could be coming out in 2023 possibly, which, if so, fuck yes. But yeah, especially the re-recording of After the Deluge from Obsessed by Cruelty sounds incredible. Like, I love the drums on this. So yeah. Oh, the Bash. Bash man, you want in? Well, hang on just one moment. Stupid link system on Microsoft Edge. Yeah, I've had to switch from Google Chrome to Microsoft Edge because Google Chrome is broken. So, yeah, Microsoft Edge runs a lot smoother anyways. Plus, I can get coupons for shit. So, there is that for you. I guess we'll wait on the boss. But anyway, so yeah, Sodom, 40 Years at War compilation. Fucking kick ass. Let's see. So, yeah, like I said, we're now starting stack number 2 out of 5. So. Oh, my nose. What the fuck is with that name? Suck me thunder. I can't hear you. It's like your mic muted.
Oh, I forgot.
There you are.
Mic undone.
There you'll be. All right, so now on to the next album. We got Sanctuary's Refuge Denied, the debut from Sanctuary. Rest in peace, World Dane. And produced by Dave Mustaine. And it sounds amazing. It's just like, kind of like what Iced Earth sounds like after this. This is power metal meets thrash with a little hint of prog. But yeah, because this was back when World Dane was doing high notes as opposed to his traditional low notes that you would hear him do in Nevermore. So really crazy shit right here. Like the song Die for My Sins.
In terms of like,
what is it?
I was about to say, like, in terms of Iced Earth, like, does it have like the John Schaefer riffage, or does it have like the Matt Barlow like vocals?
More in the sense that it mixes power metal and thrash. That's more or less what I was going for with the Iced Earth.
Oh, okay.
Riffing wise, there is some similarity to Iced Earth, only in standard tuning as opposed to E flat. All right, so
There you
next
go.
up we got another live album, and probably one of the best of all time, Rush, All the World's Stage. Came out in
Nice.
76, right after 2112, and they actually do 2112 in its entirety on here too, as well as classics like Bastille Day, Anthem, Fly By Night, Working Man. Awesome stuff right here. Next up, we're
That's a
going to
really
get a
good
little
song.
bit.
That's got such a
Now we're
catchy
about
chorus too.
Now we're about to get a little bit evil. We got Rotting Christ, Thy Mighty Contract, the debut from these Creek black metal masters. Not so much black metal anymore, but back when they were black metal, hard to top this. 1993, so right at the beginning of the second wave. And this is a rare version. This came from a label in Israel, which is pretty cool. Next up, actually, the next couple are going to be albums that came out this year in 2022. We got Rhythm of Fierce Fatal Horizons, one of my favorite thrash albums of the year. So, really cool shit right here. I think I ranked this, I want to say 25 on my top 50 video. I'd have to go back and look. But yeah, if you like old school Metallica, Slayer, and maybe a little bit of suicidal tendencies and Power Trip, you'll like this.
You did rank it somewhere in
the 20s.
I think
I
he did rank it 25. Yeah.
Next up, another one that came out this year, Razor's Cycle of Contempt. I fucking love this album.
I like that album too.
The drums sound mechanical. I love the production on here. Just off my meds and jabroni. It's like, were they making wrestling references lyrically on here? I swear to God. But I love just how brutal and aggressive it is. So now on to a triple threat.
I also kind of like how I feel like it's more of a core album. Like, it has some more like hardcore thrash moments with like the gang vocals and stuff. I really like that approach that they did.
But now on to a triple threat, and it's Paradise Lost's last three: Plague Within, Medusa, and Obsidian, aka the quote return to form for Paradise Lost, back to their gothic metal and death doom roots. So yeah, I haven't got a chance to listen. Some of these I haven't gotten to listen to yet, or I haven't listened to in a long time, but I was glad to get these. I need to get some more of the classic era Paradise Lost from the early days. Let's see. Now we get to a double pack of Overkill, two classics, Field of Fire and Horoscope. So I pretty much have the classic era of Overkill from Field of Fire to Horoscope now. Now on to getting more of the modern albums, and even I might even get all of them, since most consistent thrash band of all time. And they're about to release their 20th album. God damn it. So, yep.
I remember listening to Field of Fire. I thought that was a really good album.
Now we got another double pack from another underrated thrash band, Onslaught. We have Power from Hell and The Force. Especially The Force I love. It's basically like a lot of the riffs on these albums are like Metallica riffs that Metallica never wrote, especially on The Force. So, absolutely recommend these two.
Ryan? Which album was it?
What's that?
Which album was it on that Steve Grimmett was on? Was that
In Search of
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Boss
Ryan?
Antelope? How much? I'm just
That's what it was.
scrambling.
In Search of Sandy, that's what it was. Scrambler.
And then the last one from this stack, we have the last Obituary album, the self-titled.
Nice.
I kind of wish that I had the full version that came with
Nice.
the song "No Hope," but it's just not on
Hey,
here.
what's up? What's up? What's up,
Still,
Levi?
Maggle,
Oh, geez, we're getting everyone in here.
Maggle, 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 Maggle. Well, that's the end of stack number 2. Now on to stack number 3.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite Onslaught album, by the way, Levi.
And now on to another double pack. We've got, ironically, I brought up World A. We
Nice.
got Nevermore. I got Dead Heart in the Dead World and This Godless Endeavor. Need to get the rest of the Nevermore catalog, but yeah, very underrated band. Jeff Loomis, guitar genius. Basically, prog meets groove metal with a little bit of hard rock and power metal and thrash blended together, and you get Nevermore. And also, of course, World Ain going from the super high notes he was doing in Sanctuary to his more trademark low vocals. So,
Nice.
yes.
Nice.
Next up, we got a compilation album, another one, and this was a Christmas gift from the Horsemen people.
Messed up.
Necrophagia's 35 Years of Death Metal. That came out before the Killjoy vocalist passed away in 2018. So, yeah, basically it's got mostly songs I had not checked out from Necrophagia, but also a couple songs from their debut, which I have right here, Season of the Dead. So,
Nice.
Necrophagia, Ohio Death Metal Legends.
The Dead.
And now on to another double pack. Be prepared for some grinding.
I thought for some reason. Why did I think it was Necrophagist?
Oh, yeah, because there's Necrophagia, Necrophagist, Necrophobic.
Yeah.
There's too many necros.
So many Necro PHs out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Too much
I don't know if there's
necro.
a band called Necromancer,
Necrophilia?
but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But now time to get grindcore for a little
There's
bit.
songs.
We got
Called
double pack
Necromancer.
from Nasm. We got
Nice.
Human 2.0 and Helveta. I need to get Inhale Exhale and the last album, and then I'd have all 4 of the Nasm albums. Basically, what would happen if you put the Swedish death metal guitar tone on top of grindcore? You get Nasm.
Ooh, nice.
And of course, rest in peace, Mieszko, the frontman and guitarist.
That
who died.
HM2 tone, Jesus.
HM2 grindcore, and it's badass. Plus, Anders Jacobson, one of the most underrated drummers out there. And,
Oh my god.
and it's
Nice.
like, yeah, he's mostly a grindcore drummer, but he's played in so many bands, like whether it's death metal or even prog metal. Like he had a prog metal band with Dan Swano back in the 90s.
Nice.
So he's a very eclectic drummer and a hell of a death metal vocalist too. Like actually, he does the growls on Nasm albums, while Mieszko, the frontman, does the more hardcore screams. But it works. Keeping on with grindcore or death grind, we got a triple threat of Napalm Death. Leaders Not Followers Part 2. Their cover album. Arguably their best album, Time Waits for No Slave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, they
the
cover
follow-up, Utilitarian.
Nice.
So I'm very close to completing the Napalm Death
my
discography.
God.
I might actually get it. Not so hot in the 90s.
Hey Levi, what will be your least favorite Napalm Death album?
Diatribes. It's not a bad
Say.
album. It's all right, but it's not
Yeah.
quite. It's more a Helmet album with Barney's vocals than it is Napalm Death. But I still probably will get it just to have all 16 Napalm
I will say
albums.
one thing. I will say one thing. Brink of Extinction and Downbeat Click. Ugh. Oh, those are grindy bastards.
Yeah. And then the last of the grindcore train, we got Nails. You will
Oh,
never be
nice. I remember listening to that in 2016 and loved the hell out of
I
it.
was like, Holy shit, the brutality of the songs. And then the final song they come
8
calling
minutes.
back 8 minutes of sludgy doominess.
I was
Mhm.
like, that's interesting for someone who they were mostly doing the grind stuff, and then they come with an 8-minute song. I'm like, wait, what? That was interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
Next
what-
up,
What was the album again?
Nails, you
Nails,
will
You
never be
one of us.
Mhm. Good album.
Next up,
I was
back
about to
on
say
the-
that looked like Nails for a second.
Yeah. Back to the gothic death doom train. My Dying Bride's
My
latest
connection's
Ghost
Ooh.
of Orion.
Mm.
Messed up.
I like me some Mind Dime Bride here and there. They have good material.
Particularly Turn Loose the Swans would be my go-to.
Mhm.
Oh boy. Now another live album, and arguably another one of the greatest of all time. Motorhead, No Sleep Till Fear.
Oh, it's a fucking great out live album.
Double disc set
Oh.
too. Re-released BMG
Yes.
2021.
Mm.
So yeah.
Arguably the
And I like
greatest
it's like
live
a
album.
book.
Arguably.
Yeah, what are the tracks for the set on that CD?
Track list. Disc 1, you have Ace of Spades, Stay Clean,
Oh.
Metropolis, The Hammer, Iron Horse, No Class, Overkill, We Are the Road Crew, Capricorn, Bomber, Motorhead,
Mm.
Over the Top, Train Kept a Rollin', Stay Clean, Limb from Limb, and Iron Horse again. Disc 2, Ace of Spades, Stay Clean, Over the Top, Metropolis, Shoot You in the Back, The Hammer, Jailbait, Leaving Here, Iron Horse, Fire, Fire, Capricorn, Too Late, Too Late, No Class, We Are the Road Crew, Bite the Bullet, Chase is Better Than the Catch, Overkill, Bomber, Motorhead.
Cool.
Interesting set.
Speaking of BMG,
That was A2, wasn't it?
81.
81.
So it was after
Interesting.
Ace of Spades, before Iron Fist.
Mm.
Oh,
And then,
okay, gotcha.
speaking of BMG,
Yeah, that was before. That was
re-releases-
before Iron Fist. That's right.
Speaking of BMG re-releases, finally got a hold of this classic, Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love.
That's an okay album. It's an okay.
I think the early Motley stuff like this and Shout at the Devil
Yes.
are amazing.
Yeah, their
And
stuff.
then
is
after
just-
that, Dr.
yeah.
Feelgood's great.
Mhm.
And then everything else is just meh. But yeah, Too Fast for Love, very punky for
Yeah.
the time. Like Livewire, amazing. The title track, Piece of Your Action, really cool. Take Me to the Top, awesome.
I just
Back when
wonder if
Motley
early
Crue
Motley
was
Crue.
sneezy and badass and not just so much about just
Yeah.
the girls.
Said, I wonder if
Yeah.
early Motley Crue was ever influenced by punk. That always like.
Oh yeah, they were totally influenced
yeah.
by punk. Sex Pistols,
Yeah. Yeah, obviously,
Yeah.
all those.
covering Anarchy.
glam
in
and-
the UK.
Yeah,
Arguably
glam-
better than Megadeth.
yeah, the
Yeah.
glam and thrash bands were pretty much influenced by punk easily.
Some of them were.
Next up, another gift from one of the members of the Horsemen, and that's Moonspell's Hermitage, the last Moonspell album. And I remembered reviewing this, and I thought it was good. Nothing amazing, though. Next up, this one came from Lonnie in that unboxing yesterday, but Mongrels cross with Salters of the Royal Dragon Court, which I guess this is Blackened Thrash from Australia. So probably in the vein of like Destroyer 666 and Nocturnal Graves and really any other Aussie Blackened Thrash band.
Yeah, Australia's been pumping out some good shit
Aussies.
the last couple of years. Australia.
Yeah. We got another one from this year, 2022, and one of my faves, Misery Index, Complete Control.
That's a good album. It's a good album.
Man, Misery Index just never miss.
I heard a couple. I heard a couple tracks. It sounded pretty good.
Yeah, that opening track, Administer the Dagger, was one of my favorite songs of the year. Especially that opening reminded me so much of like Barsabel by Behemoth with that clean guitar. It sounded evil as fuck. Next up, we got another double pack, this time from Merciful Fate. We got Time and Dead Again. So, still need to get the rest of the
Ooh.
Merciful Fate catalog. I still need Melissa, Into the Unknown, the album that came out in '93, and 9.
Yeah.
And I
Into the
would-
Shadows.
Into
Or
the
from,
Shadows.
I think, no,
yeah.
From the Shadows.
Yeah, From the Shadows. So yeah, I'm missing Melissa, From the Shadows, and 9. And then I would have all the Merciful Fate stuff.
I
Halfway
heard that
through.
either Dead Again or 9 is their weakest album, but I didn't hear anything bad.
I'd say they're all great. I would say Dead Again's the weakest, only just because they went for a more raw production.
Yeah, I saw on YouTube Motorhead.
And
I
also
think, dropped
Voodoo was around the
an
time for
unreleased
King
track.
Dead.
All right, now finally to the halfway point. We're on to stack number 4, and kicking off stack number 4 from the Black Friday sale. I got Mayhem's Demon, the last Mayhem album, and they might have a new one 2023, possibly. I would hope so, but yeah, Demon. Another compilation, and that's Mastodon's Call of the Mastodon. We have all their demo songs before Remission. I figured why not, because I love me some Mastodon. Oh, now we're getting into an all-time classic here, and that's
Mastodon.
One, nice.
Yeah, I have that on CD. Yeah, it's a good album.
I'm only missing Zeppelin 4 and Physical Graffiti, and I would have all of the classic Zeppelin.
I have Zeppelin 4 on cassette.
I am missing Coda and Presence. That's it for me. So.
Next up, another one that came from the box from Lonnie, and that's King with Forged by Satan's Doctrine, which is
King's a good band.
Another like Black and Death band.
Cool.
So there we go there.
I was about to say it sounds like a Black and Death band.
Next up, we got Judas Priest, Redeemer of Souls.
Yes,
Close to completing
that's
the
a good album.
It's good, but I'm not a fan of
The only thing,
It's fun.
yeah, production's the only thing that's weak.
Production. If
That's
we're
a
talking
good
like, yeah, if we're talking like post like Return of Halford, it's gotta be Firepower. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
And next up, I got this one at a local record store for just $3. Jethro Tull's Aqualung.
That's kind of a that's a steal. That's a steal.
Classic
$3.
Ooh.
So yeah,
That's a steal.
You got something like that.
Go.
That's a steal, man. $3. That's a steal.
And
Oh, it's you know, it's still bizarre to think that Tony Iommi wasn't Jethro Tull for about 5 seconds a day.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Next up,
very
we
bizarre
got.
to think.
Next up, we got Insomnium's Shadows of the Dying Sun, which this was how I discovered Insomnium with the song While We Sleep. Such a beautiful mellow death song. And I can't wait for the new album when it comes out in February, I think is when it comes out. February, March was when it comes out.
Yeah, it comes out. It comes out in February.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I am going to be listening to that.
But moving on to the next one, this one I didn't expect to find at an FYE this past Monday. Iced Earth, Something Wicked This Way Comes. And this is a reissue that came out.
Yes,
on Punishment 18.
that is a great album.
Italy. So now the only classic Iced Earth album I'm missing is Night of the Storm Rider, and then I would have everything from the debut through to Something Wicked This Way Comes and Horror Show.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much like the early stuff and
the
most
classic
of the
Matt Barlow, basically.
Yeah. Next up, more
power
metal.
That album is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
More great power metal. We got Halloween, Keeper of the Seven Keys, Part 1. Still need to get Walls of Jericho and Part 2, as
There you
well as
go.
a couple of the 90s albums, like Better Than Raw and Time of the Oath.
You got straight. You have Straight Out of Hell.
No.
Oh, I re-listened
This is
to
the
that
only
a while.
Halloween album I have right now.
I re-listened to Straight Out of Hell recently, and my God, it still holds up to this day.
Back to another classic from the 80s, and I felt ashamed that I didn't have it before until now. Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction.
It's an okay
Got
album.
this peep too. I think it's a classic debut. Granted, musically,
Not
it's not
good.
it's not the same as Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, where they got more experimental, which I do plan
Yeah.
to get those eventually, and then I'm done with Guns N' Roses after that. But I mean, Appetite, you can't ignore the hits, as well as even the deep cuts on here are really good too. Like It's So Easy and
Mm-hmm.
Rocket Queen. So there you go on that. Now we
I
get
like
to
one song off
two
the album, but
albums.
it's Mr. Brownstone. That's the only one I like.
And then the next two are two of the.
I'm just not a DNR fan.
Then the next two are two of the three I got today. We got a double pair of Gorguts,
Oh,
Considered
nice.
Dead,
love
and
me
the
some
Erosion of
Gorguts.
Sanity. I still need to get the remaining Gorguts stuff. And look,
I do
who's
love
decided to
Erosion of
pop in. It's
Sanity a bit more.
the-
What's
Hey, what's up, Nick? Yeah.
Passing through the halfway point of this giant stack.
Hey!
Yeah. Erosion
What's
of Sanity
up?
was my gateway into Gorguts, by the way. So.
Erosion of Sanity that's my personal favorite. Considered Dead's awesome though. Are those
Yeah.
the Metal Mind reissues?
Listenable records.
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
they did those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like lately it's like Listenable and Dissonance Productions are doing like reissues of all the classic Rover stuff.
I got the Atrophy 2-disc one from Dissonance. Fucking awesome remasters.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, these came today, so now the only Gorguts I'm missing is Obscura, From Wisdom to Hate, and the Pallades Dust EP. And then I'd have everything Gorguts.
Yeah.
Nick, you'll love this one. I got Go Ahead and Die.
Great album. Fucking killer. Like honest,
Yeah.
a spiritual sequel to Nail Bomb almost.
So yeah, Go Ahead and Die. And then this one was one that I got in that box yesterday from Lonnie. Gabelin with Blood Now Flows.
I got that in a Deathgasm mystery box years ago.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've listened to it.
Yeah, I'd never heard of them, and then I looked them up, and they're from Kentucky, just south of us. Mellow Death from Kentucky, which is weird, but should be good.
We got some decent Mellow Death here in the States. Not much of it.
Well,
Yeah, not much. Next two, we got a pair from Exhumed. Gore Metal and Anatomy is Destiny.
You can't go wrong with any Exhumed.
Mm.
I still need to get some of the recent stuff like Death Revenge, To the Dead, and Horror. I
Well,
still need
Necrocracy is like an
Horror.
absolute must-own.
Yeah. And then the last one from stack number 4, Enforced Kill Grid.
Killer album.
ooh.
Now on to the penultimate.
I
stack.
really wanted to listen to that album from last year, but I just couldn't, unfortunately.
Now we get into a six-pack of albums, and it's all Dying Fetus. So we got Grotesque Impalement, Stop at Nothing,
My favorite album.
War of
That first
Attrition,
one.
Nice.
one of my favorites, Descend into Depravity,
Oh, it's a good album.
Nice.
Reign Supreme,
Woohoo!
Mm.
and Wrong One to Fuck With, completing the
There
Dying
you
Fetus.
go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really need to get Reign Supreme again. I used to have that. I need that album again.
One of the best three pieces in fucking
Mhm.
death metal.
Yep.
And then this one I didn't expect to find at my local FYE, and that's Dio's Dream Evil.
Ah, it's an underrated album.
First Dio album I ever got.
Mm.
That's good.
Nice.
I really love the title track. Title track's really good on.
And this one was 87. I think I'm only missing one from the 80s run, and that's Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart's that one's a good one. Like the strong songs are super strong, but there's some songs that are definitely just filler, at least in my opinion.
Next up, we got another one that came from Lonnie, and that's Deprived of Salvation with Destination Decay.
I might have seen that album cover before, but I don't think I've jammed it.
And I forget where they're from. Let me double check.
That's hard to see.
Deprived of Salvation. They are from Hungary, and they're a death metal band.
All right.
And the only band I see that they're compared to is Gatecreeper. So it's probably HM2 Worship, which Nick and I love. So there you go. We got another double pair. We got Demericus, To Poverty, and Chaotic Lethal.
Dude, that new one's really good. It sucks that they kind of split, but
yeah. But hey, at least they put out a killer one. Now we get to a 4-pack once again, and it's all Deicide. So, Once Upon the Cross,
Nice.
Serpents of the Light, Scars of the Crucifix, and In the Minds of Evil.
the Mind's Evil
Nice.
is an underrated one. That one kind of gets overlooked.
Yeah, I would say between this and Serpents of the Light, I would say are the most underrated. I think I have them relatively close in the ranking. I think I had Serpents at 5 and Minds at 6.
Out of the first 4, Serpents is, like, I would say the weakest out of the first 4, but it's still good.
Yeah. I just like how it, even though the guitar tone done by Scott Burns sounded strange, but I like how it's just gritty.
It's just a little thin, I think.
Next up, I didn't plan to find this, but once I saw it was cheap, I was like, screw it. Deftones Around the Fur.
Fucking awesome album.
I still need to get the first one in White Pony for the early era.
Nice.
Get him.
Let's see what we got. Next up, I got kind of an underrated one that I don't see a lot of people talk about too much. Def Leppard, On Through the Night.
Nice.
Oh, it's a good
Still
album.
need that one. I stopped at Pyromania.
Yeah, I still need to get High and Dry. That's like the big one I'm missing.
Everyone did.
After Retroactive for me, I stopped caring about Def Leppard.
I just stopped caring after Pyre Me.
I like some spoff of Hysteria and Adrenaline. The Retroactive,
I mean,
just, it's
Yeah. Oh, boss, you're lagging.
Either that or you're holding really still.
Connection.
He's like Draxter and Infinity War. I have the ability to
But yeah, everything after Retroactive is just like complete dog to me.
Yeah, I would agree. But really, everything after Pyromania.
I have a soft spot for that.
We got 2 bosses. What's this magic?
No,
Awesome.
that was my other alter ego. No, dude, I tried going on my computer, but my computer cannot apparently handle SteamYard, so I had to go back to my phone, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You were saying?
Oh, I was about to say. Oh wait, never mind. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say. Did you guys hear that the Def Leppard's drummer is releasing a solo album? It's called Farewell to Arms.
No, I did not.
Is
I'm
that
just
That's
I'm just
curious.
kidding.
Curiosity.
my curiosity is sparked.
But moving on to the last one on stack number 5, and that's Death Angels Humanicide.
Oh.
That's a killer album. Honestly,
Yeah.
one of their best since coming back.
Death Angel has a great catalog. There's a couple hit or misses, but it's a great catalog.
Yeah, really, the only miss would be like Frolic Through the Park.
That's
If
the only
that.
one that I'm like, just like, there's still some good songs on it, but I mean, dude, after fucking Ultraviolence, like,
And before Act 3.
Yeah.
Act 3, like, I know people are kind of wishy-washy in that one. I like that one too, but honestly, like, once you start getting to Like the Dream Calls for Blood and On, like is some of the strongest material they've put out.
Evil Divide.
Evil Divide's amazing.
Mm.
Dude, the song "The Moth." Oh, that riff gets stuck in my head.
Now on to the final stack, and we kick things off with my number 2 album of the year, Dark Throne Astral Fortress.
There you go.
It's close to making my year-end list. But there were a lot of other ones that just grabbed me a bit more. But yeah, another fucking awesome album from Dark Throne. Bring on the riffy stuff. I love it.
Mm-hmm. And then the last Dark Throne that I needed, even though I know Nick don't care for this one, but I don't mind it as bad. Plague Wielder.
It looks better with the that artwork.
Yeah, with the Peaceville reissue.
The OG version looks like it's just like smeared mud and they just fucking put the logo on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Satyr from Satyricon and Moonfog. What were you thinking? The next two, we get a pair, and that's Danzig 2 and 3.
Yes. Those are
Mm.
really good albums.
Yeah,
I
while
would
they're not
prefer
nearly as good as
probably
the
How the Gods
debut,
Kill, in
but
all honesty. I think How the Gods Kill is a little bit better, even though Lucifuge, I think, has some of the best Danzig songs ever.
yeah, like Long Way
Mhm.
Back from Hell, Snakes of Christ. But I like 3 more just because of the song Dirty Black Summer. That
Oh,
fucking
that's a good
riff.
song. That riff.
Black Summer. I was just listening now on the way home today.
Nice. Next up, this came from the big Relapse Black Friday sale, and it's a shame I didn't have it until now, and that's Control Denied, Fragile Art of Existence.
Ooh. Good pickup. Good pickup.
Good album. I still got mine's actually the old school Nuclear Blast version.
And then the next one is the last one that I got from today, and that's Carnivore.
Mm.
I was hoping, though, because this was the Dissonance Productions reissue, I was hoping it would have been the original recording done remastered. Unfortunately, it's not. I'm not a fan of the drum sound on it, but it's still good nonetheless. I just prefer the OG recording where it sounds raw and nasty. But still, I'm just glad that I have the debut Carnivore. I still need to get Retaliation, and then I'll have the Carnivore stuff.
Retaliations, that's the one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, I know if Shred were here, he'd be one to kiss me on the cheeks, and that's Bruce Dickinson, The Chemical Wedding.
nice.
He
Mm.
does love that one.
I love that one too.
Isn't Bruce
No.
supposed
Some
to be
cheeks
coming
there.
out with like an? Isn't Bruce said he might be working on new
Yeah,
material?
Yeah, maybe. I'm just curious as to like who he'll have performing on it if he does. Probably
I just hope it's
Adrian
better
again.
than Senjutsu. That's all I care about.
And then we get to another pair, and it's completing Blood Red Throne first. Taste for Blood EP,
Nice.
which is super fucking rare, and I was lucky to get it for just $10, and it has 3 of the 4 songs from their demo, as well as a re-recording, like demo recording of the song Monument of Death, putting Malignant Nothingness from the debut on here, and their cover of Massacre's Cryptic Realms, which is a killer cover. And then finally got the self-titled after so long of searching.
It's a pretty decent album.
I
It
fucking
is.
love this album. Primitive Killing Machine has probably one of my favorite like melodic riffs that they've ever done. And that music video. It's fucking funny. Next up, we got Anthrax Sound of White Noise.
Good album. Underrated.
Yeah, really for me, the only good John Bush album, though.
I don't mind We Have Come For You All, but
It's
mean-
alright, but like the other ones, like Stomp 442
oh
and
yeah,
Volume 8.
there's like decent songs on them, but there's a lot of just we're trying to fucking figure out what's gonna work here.
I mean, hell, the only great Anthrax album I'm missing, and I'm trying to look for it, is Worship Music, their comeback.
Ooh.
Mm.
Yeah, I need to get that again.
And then I also got State of Euphoria, since I got it for Christmas from my mom.
It's a good album. I don't know.
Be all, end all, and antisocial.
Yeah.
That's what makes it for me.
Oh, well, Now It's Dark. Now It's Dark's a good song. I like that one.
Next up, I got Annihilator, Never Neverland. So I have the first two from Annihilator, though nothing will top Alice in Hell, but I'd say this for me is a close second.
It's close. I mean, the one that follows that is not good.
Yeah. But I also want to eventually get Carnival Diablo from 2001 when they came back.
Oh, that's a spotty one for me too. I own that one. The
I don't know if you
ending
guys can
post
tell,
Never
but Nick's not a
Neverland
big
is
Annihilator.
really hit or miss.
What'd you say, boss?
Oh, Bash.
Oh, I said I don't know if you guys could tell, but I don't think Nick's a big Annihilator fan.
I love the first two, and then it's just spotty after that. Like I'll find individual songs. Like I have I want to say 5 or 6 Annihilator albums, and I always find like a couple songs I like in them, but when it comes down to complete albums, it's the first two.
Same.
I do like the re-recorded version of King of the Kill. Yeah, King of the Kill from 2013. I really love that re-recording.
Next up, one of my favorites from this year, Abstract Illusions.
Oh,
Whoa.
nice.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
god,
like
it's
something.
so epic. So fucking epic. I mean, I think I described it perfectly. It's like, what would happen if you mixed old school Opeth with like the melancholic melodies of Swallow the Sun?
Yeah.
And I remembered the guys in the band actually commented on the Under the Radar episode that I included this in. And they were like, "Yeah, you're not far off with talking about influence." So I was like,
"Yeah,
they're sweet."
Yeah, there's probably one album from them you'll probably never get, and it's their EP, Atonement Is Not. I'm so fortunate to have asked them about that, and they said if I pay a certain amount before they illuminate the path, they would include the EP, and I did that, and I got him. Like,
next up, this was one that I'm trying to remember how I got this one. Oh yeah, I got this one as a present from one of my Horseman podcast friends. Alterage with Indigent.
John loves that band because they are very, very dissonant.
Yeah. After all, I saw on like the hype sticker, it said that like if you are a fan of Portal, Immolation, and Blood Incantation, you'll dig this. And I was like, I'm sold. I'm sold on that.
Yeah.
Are they as scary as Portal?
I don't.
Nah.
Well, look wise, probably not. I was gonna say Consummation's not a bad comparison either, too.
The penultimate album in this update, we got Abyssus Death Revival.
Those guys like Obituary.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
They're not hiding it on that album cover either.
No.
I'll probably check that out. I love Obituary. Who doesn't?
Greek Obituary is these guys. And then the final one, Abath Outstrider, the box edition. That comes with corpse paint and a makeup brush. I might rock the Abath face paint for Halloween next year.
There you go.
See what happens.
Who doesn't love a bath? Honestly,
I know, right? Well, maybe not the new album, but
well, to be fair, Abath was going through personal stuff at that time, so
yeah,
you should have stayed away from the mixing board.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe the next one will be better.
This needs a little bit more. This needs a little more
cowbell. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Cowbell, yeah.
Well,
Cowbell.
At least it wasn't more fucking booze this time. I'm glad you sobered up.
Yeah.
That whole chucking the guitar out in the audience, dude. When I saw that, I was like, dude, he could have killed someone.
That's what happens when you live the rock and roll lifestyle for so long.
It catches up with you.
Yeah. So, quick recap of all the stacks. So, yeah, Abath Outstrider, Abyssus Death Revival, Alterage Indigent, Abstract Illusion, Woe, Annihilator, Never Neverland, Anthrax, State of Euphoria, and Sound of White Noise. Blood Red Throne, self-titled, and A Taste for Blood EP. Which, funny enough, it's crazy to think that BRT's already got an album coming out in the second half of 2023. Granted, it sucks they're not on Nuclear Blast anymore. I guess it was like a test run they had over there, but they're on a label called Soul Seller Records, fitting because of the song Soul Seller.
Well, I mean that's not a bad label. Like they usually get a lot of like HM2 style death metal bands, but I mean it's good.
And
to see
black metal bands too, like Gorgorov's on there.
Which version?
So back to the everything. Bruce Dickinson, Chemical Wedding, Carnivore, Control Denied, Fragile Art of Existence, Danzig 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. Dark Throne, Plague Wielder, and Astral Fortress, completing the Dark Throne catalog. Death Angel, Humanicide, Def Leppard, On Through the Night, Deftones, Around the Fur, the 4-pack of Deicide, Once Upon the Cross, Serpents of the Light, Scars of the Crucifix, and In the Minds of Evil. Demira Kiss, Poverty, and Chaotic Lethal. Deprived of Salvation with Destination Decay, Dio, Dream Evil. Then, of course, all the Dying Fetus that I needed. Enforced Kill Grid, Exhumed, Anamius Destiny, and Gore Metal. Gabalin with Blood Now Flows, Go Ahead and Die. Gorguts Considered Dead and Erosion of Sanity. Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction. Halloween, Keeper of the Seven Keys, Part 1. Ice Earth, Something Wicked This Way Comes. Insomnium, Shadows of the Dying Sun. Jethro Tull, Aqualung. Judas Priest, Redeemer of Souls. King with Forged by Satan's Doctrine. Led Zeppelin 1. Call of the Mastodon. Mayhem Demon. Merciful Fate, Time, and Dead Again. Misery Index, Complete Control. Mongrel's Cross, Salter of the Royal Dragon Court.
It's an awesome man. That's probably my favorite.
Moonspell, Hermitage. Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love. Motorhead, No Sleep Till Hammersmith. My Dying Bride, Ghosts of Orion.
Ooh.
Yeah. Nails, You Will Never Be One of Us.
Love it.
Napalm Death, Leaders Not Followers Part 2, Time Waits for No Slave, and Utilitarian. Nasm, Human 2.0, and Helveta. Still need the other two at some point. Ironically enough, rocking this hoodie. Necrophagia, Season of the Dead, and the Here Lies 35 Years of Death Metal. Nevermore, Dead Heart in a Dead World in This Godless Endeavor. Obituary, self-titled. Onslaught, Power from Hell, and The Force. Overkill, Field of Fire, and Horoscope. Paradise Lost, Plague Within, Medusa, and Obsidian. Razor, Cycle of Contempt. Rhythm of Fears, Fatal Horizons. Have you checked out Rhythm of Fear by any chance, Nick?
Oh yeah, no, I covered both. I got both that and the EP before it, and covered it in a collection update. Actually, it was close to making Miller's year-end list. He brought it up as an honorable mention.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a killer thrash album. Rotting Christ, Thy Mighty Contract.
Love it.
Rush, All the World's a Stage. Sanctuary, Refuge Denied. Sodom, 40 Years at War, Greatest Hell of Sodom. The 4-pack of Swallow Sun, Morning Never Came, Ghosts of Loss, Hope, and Plague of Butterflies, thus completing Swallow the Sun.
Someone's alarm's going off. I think they forgot.
Sorry, I
alarm
forgot
is
my
going
yes,
off.
my alarm. It was my alarm.
Hey, Levi, I got a question. What's the one CD collection that would take you years to complete still?
Nunslaughter.
Edible. Really?
Probably none. So many splits and stuff.
7 inches.
Yeah. Anyways, Testament, Dark Roots of Thrash, Trivium in the Court of the Dragon,
Nice.
Two-Face Sinner with Rage Against Gods and Their Prayers, the 5-pack of Ulcerate, Everything is Fire, Destroyers of All, Vermis, Shrines of Paralysis, and Stare into Death and Be Still, thus completing the Ulcerate catalog. Van Halen, Women and Children First, and finally,
Nice.
Zentrix, Shatter Existence, and For Whose Advantage.
That-
Biggest update ever, and glad I did
Yeah,
live,
that's
otherwise
update.
this would have taken me forever to record.
Dude, Zentrix never really puts out a bad album.
Yeah.
There was a couple
Yeah,
in the
they're-
90s that weren't the best.
Ken was kind of and then the one after that, which I don't own, but I have heard, wasn't very good. But the two since coming back have been really awesome, and their first two are fucking great.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, thrash band in the late or early '90s are gonna struggle regardless.
Well, they tried to come in with like it was already kind of a dated sound, like it wasn't like some of the '90s thrash, like Devastation. Devastation was heavier, was fucking meaner sounding, or Morbid Saint, like bordering on death metal. What would come
Demolition
next?
Hammer.
Yeah.
Zentrix was almost like Metallica worship. Really good Metallica worship.
And I also felt like the 90s was an era where a lot of like really young bands were starting, and then you feel like I don't know if it was like the recording material or the equipment they used in the 90s, but it felt like you could make an album in the 90s and it would sound bad, but if you re-listen to it today, it still sounds better than what's out currently.
Well, that's more like preference in terms of what you like in terms of production.
Yeah.
Like, they were still taking their time with it. Like, when it came down to extreme metal, that was difficult to record because there's no empty space. It's constant blaring, chugging, growling. With, poppier music and like straightforward rock and shit like that. Like, there's empty space, so you can put sounds in different spots there. Like, dealing with the rapid fire stuff, but. It just kind of comes down to like what you prefer. Like, I like production that gives me, the feeling of what they're going to sound like live. I like kind of a live sound to it. Like, maybe a little bit more analog, not so overproduced, but I get albums that are more overproduced for their style. Like Tech Death. Tech Death isn't going to work with like old school death metal production.
It depends.
It's too
on the
busy
band,
for the most part.
Yeah.
And plus, their whole thing is clarity for all the fucking guitar wankery they're gonna do,
and prog metal too.
Yeah. So I mean, it just kind of comes down to what what you like overall. Like, it's personal preference. Whatever fucking tickles you. Like, again, I like more organic production for the most part, but sometimes clean production really fucking works. Like a good polished mix for whatever band it is, like, all right, that suits them. So,
Yeah. But, so I guess a perfect segue to talking about the albums that are rumored or set to come out in 2023. So,
I was just
segueing
talking with this with a few people the other day.
So, here in a couple weeks, we got Obituary and Ahab, which I'm definitely going to be doing reviews for both of those.
Supposed to be a new Overkill and Metallica and Judas Priest.
We got Metallica. Metallica's already.
2023. Yeah.
Ricky.
What's up, Ricky?
Ricky? I'm back. Trust me, I'm back.
Yeah.
Good to see you again, Ricky.
What's up, Rick?
Not much.
Yeah, we're just talking about albums for 2023.
Like the most anticipated. So far, as far as like what's got confirmed release dates from like the big bands or notable bands. So we got Obituary and Ahab in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Then the week after that, we got Catatonia and Riverside, which I'm definitely going to be doing reviews for those.
Too. Steve Vai and Uriah Heep.
Yeah, Uriah Heep. Supposedly King Diamond. which that album's been
Yeah,
in the works since.
Who even knows
So-
if that's even going to happen at this
Levi,
point? It's like the new
oh.
Tool. It's like the new Tool.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
New Necrophage sub coming out this year. Totally.
Yes.
Levi, I don't know if you saw, but Charlotte came back.
I
Oh
heard.
yeah, I saw that. I'm like, what?
But
that women's
then
division is
February.
screwed. That's all.
And
Yeah.
then February, we got All Out War, which I personally am looking forward to because that's some brutal fucking old school metalcore.
Mhm.
Slayer worship,
Yep.
too.
I think they call them Slayer Core half the time. I was like, fuck it, whatever.
It fits. Totally
I own
fits.
all their fucking albums. Victory Records.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
Yeah. Sang with Sigabog.
Bring on the bog.
Ooh, I would definitely want to listen to an album by them.
Memoriam. New
Yes.
Memoriam
Yep.
coming out in
Heard of them.
February.
Yep.
And then we got New In Flames, which for once I'm actually looking forward to New In Flames.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Their singles
I
are
don't know.
sounded promising. I just hope the album is.
I don't know about In Flames. Really, after the one they released in 2016, I was
Dude, have
like,
you heard the singles?
I haven't.
Oh no, listen to the
Oh.
singles. You'll get excited because it sounds like shit. Like Clayman.
Old school In Flames.
Oracle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Anders
oh,
is back
yeah.
screaming his
Okay.
guts out. They got Chris Broderick in the band now. Even though they're not really
Really?
soloing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back to being heavy, like fast, heavy. There's blast beats again. Like,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then probably for me, the big album I'm looking most forward to in February is the new Hell Ripper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ripper.
That
Yeah.
new
Oh,
single,
yeah.
Knuckle Lave, holy shit.
Mhm.
I have not
Oh,
jammed
I
that
got-
one
I
yet, but I
got-
will.
Yeah.
It is fucking
I
amazing.
think
I think it's their longest song. It's like 6 minutes.
It is a ripper.
No.
Like fucking James really went all out
Yeah.
on that song.
I want.
Again, James's vocals. My God, dude! Like,
Yeah.
Work this time? No, my camera's not working.
Then the week after
Hmm.
that, we got the new Insomnium, which is
oh, that's gonna be good.
new Wretched Fate, which after hearing about it from you, Nick, it's like I can't wait to check out.
Good.
Wretched
Yeah.
I
Fate.
mean, my main thing about Wretched Fate was when they came out, Bloodbath was, I mean, they were still doing good. They just weren't as
Yeah.
much fun. Fucking Wretched Fate brought back the fun to that whole
Yeah.
sound, and I'm eager for this new one.
Mhm.
What's up, James G. Warrior?
And then March 3rd, two Prague giants, Enslaved and Haken.
Yep.
Enslaved.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
it's gonna be good.
So that's going to be cool. And then St. Patty's Day, new album from Redemption, Ray Alder's side project, which I really liked the last one in 2016. I thought that was really good.
So Levi, there might be a new Death Clock. I mentioned this in Ben's stream last night. I was talking to Ryan and Nick about it, but I think Nick brought it up. There might be a new Death Clock in the works.
Please.
Might.
I miss the clock.
Yeah.
And
And
then the
On Gene Hoglan, in all honesty, because that dude's in like what
Yeah.
ends at this point.
he's still trying to get the new Dark
Dark
Angel up and
Angel.
running.
Yeah.
Dark Angel, yeah.
I'll be down for a new Dark Angel. I mean,
I'd be
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I mean, considering he's not in Testament anymore, and Testament has Dave Lombardo.
I'd be down for a new strapping young lad too, but that ain't
That
gonna
ain't gonna happen.
No.
That won't ever happen.
Unfortunately.
But I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind seeing Gene Hoglan and Devin Townsend working together again. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be
I'm sure
interesting.
they'd be done. They're still friends. It's just Debbie doesn't want to
It's
do
just-
Scrapping on Lad anymore. Like,
Yeah.
that's not where he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And then March
Be right back.
24th.
Debbie's in like in a different like space now.
Yeah,
because
pretty much.
he's very, very, very experimental with other things now.
And then March 24th is one that I'm shocked we haven't had a new album from since 2017. That's Neobliviscaris
Yeah.
finally releasing
Yeah.
something, which I need to dive more into Neobliviscaris because that is a band I would really dig.
Same with me.
Yeah,
Same with me, because I've only
I
listened
was-
to probably like the last two latest albums, which I thought were pretty good. I haven't gone.
And they've
back.
had only 3 overall. only
So I
3
need to listen
albums. So
to
this will
the
be. I need to
debut.
listen to the whole shebang.
Mhm.
And then the end of March, we get a new Rotten Sound album.
Yes.
Mhm.
Finish Grind.
Eh,
I'm pumped
Finish
for
I
it.
guess
Grind
Nick went out
Legends.
for his. Guess Nick went out for his smoke again.
And then of
Damn,
course
you
the
missed out on
final.
Rotten Sound. That's
And
that's
then-
not funny.
Smoke.
Are you smoking yet?
Yeah.
And then the final. And then the final.
me, pal.
And then the final album that has a confirmed date is, of course, Metallica, which, hell yes. Even though I like Lux Eterna, I feel like the rest of the album's going to be much
Yeah.
better.
That
yeah.
sounds like classic old school Diamond Head meets Motorhead with
Meets Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, this album's good. To me, this album's gonna sound like, despite the album art cover being shit. That's the only negative I'll give to Metallica. But I hope this album kind of harkens back to Injustice. I think.
I mean, the song titles, they got some damn good song titles on this
Yeah.
new one. Let me actually go back through it.
Isn't
all.
one called like Sleepwalking Suicide or something like that?
Screaming Suicide, Sleepwalk My Life Away, Crown of Barbed Wire, that sounds promising.
I feel that
If
one
Darkness
of the
Had a
songs,
Sun, that
I
might
feel that
be
one of the
promising.
songs is gonna be tackling James's rehab.
yeah.
Question is which one? That's the thing.
Yeah,
Either the
probably maybe
Screaming
the
one-
song, maybe either like Chasing Light or even like If Darkness Had a Sun or Room of
Probably
Mirrors.
that one. I think it's my money's on that one. If Darkness Had a Sun.
Yeah.
I'm just confused on the album title, 72 Seasons. Okay.
First 18
Yeah.
years of their lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Maybe like
Yeah.
how
I
many
mean-
songs are there? There's like 12 songs on the album.
There
That's
is
another
12
thing
songs,
too.
and
I
it's
feel like it's
over
gonna
70 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Oh
that's
God.
that's
Yeah.
what.
Plus,
as
wasn't
long
there like a joke going around throughout the Metallica community? I'm pretty sure all of us made the same joke. Like, wasn't there like a joke or a meme going around that like, oh, this is gonna be Saint Anger Part 2? Like everybody was like joking about that.
There
I'm
ain't
like,
never
no.
gonna be a Saint Anger Part 2 because
No.
they don't even like the album.
No.
That was a
No.
point that they will never want to return.
No.
they
Like-
won't.
like-
show
That was a
they-
horrible point in everyone's career.
Hell,
like
they haven't
Lars
played
said,
those songs
happy-
in years.
Sad.
Yeah, I don't even. I think the last time they played anything off that album was 03.
Yeah, because
So
they played pretty much
Mm.
everything from, of course, the debut to the Black Album to Road,
maybe a
Reload.
song, mainly Fuel and Memory Remains, the only stuff from the load.
I don't
Memory
think they
Remains
touch
was
any-
like the big standout for them.
What was
And
the
then
album
a
after
song
Just-
from.
Of course, Deck Magnetic.
Oh yeah,
and
Death
there's still a
Magnetic.
couple
That's a
songs from
forgettable
Hardwired.
album for me. It's still a
I
forgettable
honestly
album for me.
think Death Magnetic. Death Magnetic and Hardwired, I say, are their most underrated, just because it's like people don't give them a
Yeah.
chance. They're great songs.
I
on there.
have, yeah, but then you got shit like Confusion and Am I Savage that bog
Hey,
it down.
hey, Am I Savage is good.
It is good.
It's garbage. It's garbage. It's,
You
I
can see why
honestly-
Brian
I-
hates
I
it with
will-
a passion.
yeah, I hate it. With
I mean,
a passion.
I mean, my thing with Hardwired, even though I ranked it top 10 in 2016 because I do legit love the album,
Yeah.
I will say it probably could have made a run for being top 5 had they done this instead of doing 2 discs.
One day.
What they should have
One
done
disc.
is 1 disc and
Yeah.
taken out Confusion, Man Unkind, and Here Comes Revenge. Everything
hell
else
no.
would have been perfect.
I mean,
Here
maybe-
comes
Yeah, I
Revenge is
agree.
one of
I
the
thought
best
disc
songs off
1.
that.
I thought disc 1 was
Perfect,
perfect
perfect.
by itself.
Perfect. Yes, we agree. This
And
Yeah,
then disc
perfect one,
2, first half of disc 2 wasn't bad. They were okay songs, but nothing special. But the second half, Am I Savage, Murder One, and especially Spit Out the Bone, I
Yeah.
thought was a great savior.
Oh.
So,
yeah, I
but
think
you never know.
I think
Yeah.
when 2016 came up, I don't remember where I ranked it. I just remember that Vector was at number 1, which
Vector was top 5 for me.
I
that
think to
year.
me was my number 1, if I'm not mistaken. And I think
If
that
I
was the
remember
year-
right, my number 1 for 2016 was Witherscape, Northern Sanctuary.
because that was the year that Testament, The Serpents came out as well.
Yep.
Of course, Hardwire came out. There was another thrash.
Megadeth,
Dystopia,
Dystopia, Anthrax
yeah,
for All
Anthrax for All
Kings.
Kings.
Yeah.
Destruction had an album out that year. Sodom,
Mhm.
Decision Day.
Mhm.
Death Angel, Evil Divide. Forgot about that. Was
I
That-
just
that-
think
that's
Death
a good
Magnetic
one.
is forgotten. Everybody forgets about Death Magnetic because it has its moments.
the only issue. I mean, again, the only problem I have with Death Magnetic. I thought the songs top to bottom were great, but I hate the production on it.
That production is
Too distorted, too compressed. It was like, my head hurts. My
yeah.
head hurts sometimes. Thank God, like the Guitar Hero versions. I think that's a better mix of the album than the
I
actual
think
album.
also
No more
I think
sequels
also
to
Guitar
Unforgiven.
Hero helped out Metallica too around that point. Kind of raised them up a bit, you know.
And then also, of course, like I brought it up in the ranking that it was the reason why they went into that sound was after they played Master of Puppets in its entirety in 06, and they were like, wow, everybody truly absolutely loved this album, and it brought them back to that spirit musically and lyric wise, because it's like lyrically that album's kind of dark.
What?
Lyric-wise.
Death Magnetic?
Yeah.
Puppets.
Yeah.
I honestly consider Death Magnetic kind of Injustice Part 2 in terms of like the song structure and the songwriting.
I would say like the best way for me to describe Death Magnetic would be like what would happen if there was an album between Master of Puppets and Injustice, because it's kind of blend of the two a little bit.
Yeah.
The
kind of.
only thing that I would change mainly about Death Magnetic is mainly production wise because that's
like if they could
it's
have
very weak.
Yeah.
It's too it's over compressed. And here's the thing,
Rick Rubin shot
loves
the
to
bed.
do that.
And he
Rick
did
Rubin.
he did it a year later when Slayer released World Pain and Blood. Like, dude, this sounds like crap.
And then he did it with Sabbath.
I thought he did a better job with Sabbath than Slayer or Metallica.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, 13 is a little overproduced, but it still sounds. It
still sounds
better.
great.
It sounds
I
better
still say
by
Rick Rubin's
standpoint.
Rick Rubin's best albums. People say Ball Breaker is one of Rick Rubin's better, like.
Well,
albums.
there's no better Rick Rubin album than Rain and Blood.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Rain and
true.
Blood. Yeah, regardless what you think,
South
Rain
of
and Blood.
Heaven, Seasons
Rain and
I
Blood.
would say Seasons in the Abyss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could even say
Yeah.
South Heaven too.
Yeah. Heaven.
The one
And hell,
that he did
Danzig
was Slayer.
won, and Danzig won.
Danzig won.
I'd
Yeah.
say Danzig 1 through 3 because he wasn't on Danzig 4, I think, because that's when they were having kind of a departure there.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2023 Overkill. It's gonna come out.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
here.
get to the bands that have an album coming out but no date. There's gonna be a new Immortal album, which I'm
Yes.
curious as to know what the fuck's gonna happen lineup wise, because it's only Demon Oz left. So I'm wondering
Yep.
who's he gonna get on
Hor-
bass
Hor-
and who's he gonna get
Hor-
on. Horg's gone, so they need a new drummer.
Abbas hasn't been in the band since 2013. Well,
No,
he hasn't been on the
most of the
album
writing
since
for the last
2009. Since 2009, All Shall Fall.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
Demon
I-
Oz did the writing on Northern Chaos Gods, which I thought that was a great
That was
album.
That was an
Really
amazing
solid.
album.
Killer album.
Mighty
Honestly,
Raven
I'm-
God, to me, that's like my favorite song from that album.
And like, even though to me Immortal isn't the same without Abath, I will say the new Immortal Northern Chaos Gods for me is better than anything Abath has done since he went solo.
Outsider was pretty good, but I really do like Northern Chaos Gods.
Yeah.
And I do like how the album title is kind of a little homage to one by one off of Sons of More Darkness.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
that song's
like-
good.
Like the latest Abbas album, I really didn't like.
No.
Like,
Again,
I'm sorry, like, I love Abbas, but it just
Dread
doesn't-
Reaver,
Oh, you know, like I said, his debut album and Outsiders, I thought those two albums.
I'll
were
show
pretty
you,
good.
Yeah.
But this one, just like, I don't know, it's a production or maybe the writing was just not
It's-
as
Yeah.
strong.
It's kind of a perfect storm of stuff. I don't know, maybe he felt like you need to rush and get it done, but the production was muddy. The songs
It
felt kinda
seemed
half-baked.
rushed. Then again, it was what, 4 years between Outsider and
yeah,
this one?
or 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years.
Well, he
I
also
don't
had the
know.
stint in rehab, and you
And then
know,
with the pandemic, so
2022 this year was a good year for music, but there's one surprising thing people don't talk about. I think I talked about it a couple times on Facebook. I said that I told people don't forget about the Shadows Fall reunion that happened earlier this year. Was it early summer, something like that?
I
Maybe a
did
new
not know
album
that.
2023 if they're gonna record.
That would just be like a what the fuck, like out of the year, just out of nowhere you just hear Shadows Fall. Just
Yeah.
decides, hey, you know.
Been over a decade since the last one.
I've been hearing rumors that Anthrax might be making a new album this year.
Finally.
I heard of that.
Yeah, I think it's
Need a
time.
new Anthrax.
Same thing with Avenged Sevenfold. It's time for a new album.
Please give me new Avenged Sevenfold. I love the stage whenever they got proggy. And it makes me curious because Avenged Sevenfold's one of those bands that they don't sound the same on every album. They always change up something. Like Sounding the Seventh Trumpet was more of that punky side of metalcore. Waken the Fallen, my personal favorite, on the more extreme metal side. City of Evil, the big one where they went full on metal, and then White Album, they got more experimental avant-garde. Nightmare, they got super dark, of course, after the Rev's death. And then Hail to the King, mostly 70s, early 80s
Black
worship.
Album,
Metallica
Black Album.
The Black
And
Album.
Hail to the King had Portnoy on drums, right?
No, it was Nightmare.
No, that was Nightmare.
Nightmare, yeah, they had someone else come
Which
on.
that song, Save Me, the closer on that, holy shit, that is a masterpiece. And
I really love the title track. That title track is
very dark and murky. And then the stage where they basically become a prog metal band, and even moments of black metal.
I remember when the album was announced. I remember they were doing
it kind of came out of nowhere.
No, they were doing a live stream somewhere in California. I think it was the top of the Capitol Records.
Yeah.
They were performing a couple of songs, and then the concert ended. The stage now available. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I
got my tickets
I did not like the title track. I thought the title track's like, this ain't the Avenged Sevenfold I listened to.
No,
it's not the same Avenged Sevenfold. It's
not the same.
Different.
Because I grew up listening to songs like Backcountry and Buried Alive, Nightmare, Hail to the King, which I consider my favorite Avenged Sevenfold song because that freaking solo in the beginning.
Oh wow! I did not expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then probably my favorite songs on the stage were the song "Goddamn." It was like that's a thrashy barn burner.
And then
the song "Exist," the closer, 16 minutes of just mastery songwriting, like thrash, cool hardcore moments, black metal moments, and not that much vocals, and even Neil deGrasse Tyson doing spoken word at the end during like the cool thrashy bit where it eventually gets black metal.
Yeah,
I think they made a good move getting Brooks Wackerman on drums because holy shit, blast beats on an Avenged Sevenfold album.
But with the stage, the deluxe edition, they had the bonus tracks "Wish You Were Here," which
really good cover, and then doing Mr. Bungle, which was unexpected.
Mr. Bunghole.
But part of me wonders if they have a new album out in 2023 that they'll keep going the prog direction, but try different genre input. Like maybe we get some death metal moments, like death metal blast instead of black metal blast. After all, Brooks Wackerman can play any style and he fits it to a T.
Hey Levi, would you be mad if Pantera? I'm going to be seeing Pantera in August with Metallica.
Yeah, sucks they're not coming anywhere near me next year.
It fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. Couldn't get the tickets. Fucking sucks.
That sucks, man. That sucks. But be surprised. Be surprised. I'm not saying it won't happen or it will happen, but since it is Phil and Rex, and it is a reunion tribute to Vinny and Paul, what's not to say before the show they jammed out new material? I'm not saying they did or not. I'm just saying.
There's a chance. I mean, you never know.
Phil's way past that at that point. I think Phil at this point, I think he's looking to do whatever the hell he wants just to make money. That's just me. I think
or fulfill his taste.
Rex was just going along with it because he was he loves the fans.
An original
So.
member, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, other ones that are
Ride
set
My
to come out
Rocket.
next year. Dying Fetus. I'm
Yes.
shocked
Yep.
there's not been a date announced for that after that single that dropped a couple months ago.
Um,
I'm gonna keep saying it forever. I am not used to John Gallagher with long hair and a big beard.
When I
I'm
first saw
gonna
that picture of him, I thought it was Brent Hines.
I'm gonna guess with the new Dying Fetus album, I'm gonna give it a probably the summertime.
Yeah.
Like a
Maybe
summer
around
release.
What was
July.
was the single called Schematics, or am I thinking of a different song?
It was like Compulsions for Cruelty, I think is what it was
something
called.
like that. It sounded like a very Dying Fetus-y song title.
I think
I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't announced a date though, since they do have
And
a single. But maybe they're waiting for
I
the
got
second single to announce a date.
I got confirmation from an article that we might be getting you 6 Feet Under in 2024. Yeah.
Why bring that up?
Because it's Chris Barnes and you know how he is.
Irrelevant.
I mean,
Yeah.
Chris Barnes, love his Cannibal Corpse, love the first 6 Feet Under album. After that, the rest is shit.
Shit.
His vocals were roached.
Hey, my vocals aren't shit. They're the greatest. I'm a national treasure. No, you're
for
not.
Dying Fetus, for Dying Fetus, it is a Compulsion for Cruelty. So I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I know from Jeremy Wagner telling me new Broken Hope in 2023.
Yeah.
Yes. New Deicide.
Yes.
I mean, as tight as they sounded on that tour for Legion, like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to gauge Glenn's emotions on anything, but he did seem like he had somebody to concentrate on the crowd. That's
Fall/winter of 2023, as in like fall going into the end of 2023, might be getting a new Deep Purple again.
Okay. If Glenn Hughes is on it, I'll damn right be checking that.
No,
out.
it's not. It's not Glenn. It's not going to be Glenn Hughes. It's Ian Gillan.
I mean, I like Ian. I don't mind Ian, but Glenn's the better vocalist in my opinion.
But
because
come on,
Gillan's pipes were smoked in.
But come on, you cannot deny. If you're talking about Deep Purple, the real fucking lineup is that Mark II lineup.
Yeah.
The classic lineup.
I mean, I do love Stormbringer.
Mm-hmm.
And Machine Head. Not the band, Machine Head. Actually, Deep Purple's actually good.
Machine Head except Smoke on the Water, I'm burnt out on, but it's still a catchy tune. It's still
let's see. I'm still waiting on a new Triptychon album, for God's sake.
Yeah.
It's been 8 years, going on 9. Please, Tom.
Knowing Tom,
he'll probably stretch it to 10 or 12.
probably 2024. Knowing him,
they're okay.
Milana Chasmata was so fucking good.
For sure, Judas Priest this year. I hope to God.
There's two bands that I hope either release an album this year or next year. Napalm Death and Sodom. Those are the two bands that I'm kind of anticipating for.
Napalm with the latest one. I mean, then again, their songs are kind of short, so maybe.
I mean, they put on the EP this year too. So
yeah, they put on an EP.
If anything,
which
I
probably
can see them taking a break.
Mid to late 2023. If anything.
I might seeing some new Nuclear Waste or Nuclear Salt. That'd be kind of cool.
Nuclear Salt's broken up.
Maybe they broke up again.
Oh, damn it.
Reuniting again.
I did hear their debut album, Nuclear Salt's debut album. That's really good. It's like
Game
Over.
Over. First three albums. First 3 albums are amazing.
Hand with Care is pretty good. Yeah.
I would love for the Paradise Lost album.
Anything on Carcass?
I mean, Carcass.
They take time in between releases.
Carcass with Carcass.
Torn Arteries was a really good album last year. That
yeah.
shocked the hell out of me, honestly. That was a really good album.
Well, we know for sure we're going to get a new Incantation album since I think they pretty much wrapped up. They're just waiting on a date.
Yeah. Didn't they release like a compilation album like a few months back?
Yeah, and I actually got it coming in. I actually have that coming in the mail this coming week.
It's massive. The track listing on the CD version is there's a fuck up on the second disc, I believe. But I mean, everything on there. Like my only issue with it was all the live tracks were all kind of mixed the same, so you don't get the whole feeling that this was at a different time or a different venue.
Yeah,
like that. It's like it sounds like one live show, but they all sound good. So
yeah,
it's Incantation. What else do you want?
Incantation.
Couple ones I'm personally hoping for a new Borknagar album.
Yeah.
True
North was so good. I mean, for me to be introduced,
it was great. I still prefer Winter Thrice, though.
I mean, yeah, I know.
I mean, Borknagar never does, and they can't do any wrong.
They can't do any wrong.
It's an underrated band too.
I wish Grim was still alive. It sucks he had to take his own life.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And I still do wish Ventersorg was still in the band.
Yeah. Hey, Levi, I think you forgot to mention. I think in February we're getting Godsmack.
We are.
I haven't cared for Godsmack since.
Yeah, that's one of those albums. Yeah, I think that's one of the albums.
Well, 1,000 Horsepower was good, but the last
that was a good album.
Fuck itself.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm making a change. I'm switching Godsmack to the new Hypnos album because I just saw it's now being announced.
I know in March we're getting a new Chelsea Grin. I still don't understand that big fan base.
I love her in heaven. The second part, because I reviewed the first part. It's supposed to be a 2-part album. I don't know. The first part wasn't even a half an hour, and it's just it's overproduced deathcore.
New Suicide Silence. Yeah.
Who even listens to Suicide Silence? In all honesty,
anymore.
I might review that depending on how many more albums are announced in March.
Yeah, depending on what all comes out that week when Suicide Silence drops.
Definitely.
March, new Baby Metal in March.
Yeah, that's the other one.
That's gonna be interesting.
I don't hate them. It's just I'm just not into them.
I enjoy them from time to time, but it's not my bag.
Yeah, there's certain albums I got.
I'm not the target
demographic. It's fun.
I like the musicianship. It's the vocals. I can't get it. It sounds way too poppy. It's too poppy for me. It's like
Levi.
I'm like, oh, okay.
But
get it.
I'm hoping that we get a new Morbid Angel. But if we get a new Morbid Angel, get the production right.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I don't even know if they have a label they're on.
Yeah.
You know, Steve Tucker's been busy doing side projects for a reason because
I mean,
you know,
I mean, they cannot get worse than the fucking Illusionary Anus. They can't. They just can't.
No.
Well, they can't. But I mean, see, like, all right, years ago, before Kingdoms of Stain was released,
new Broken
Metal
Hope.
Sucks did a whole thing about like predictions for whatever the following year was. I think it was 2016.
Yeah, I think it was 2016
when Kingdoms of Stain came out. They made a prediction like Morbid Angel is working on a new album. They got Steve Tucker back. Here's our prediction: it'll be mid. But people will praise it simply because it doesn't sound like Aluminum Anus. And honestly, kind of right on there. Like, you know, there's some really good songs in there, and there's some ass songs.
But
and
the production.
What the fuck did they do to the drums? I don't know. The drums sound terrible on that album.
Yeah. And it was Eric Rutan who did the production, and he just...
All right. I love Eric Rutan as a guitarist and songwriter. Yes. He's really hit or miss when it comes down to his production.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like listen to the Fury and the Flames by fucking Hate Eternal. Like, it is a wall of mud, aggressive mud, very aggressive, blasty mud.
But if you listen to like Domination, that production sounds amazing. It's just I wish the album was better.
Yeah, and then I Monarch, that was a brilliant produced album for Hate Eternal.
See, I have issues with how stiff the drums are. And I know it's Derek Roddy. He's fucking awesome, but the drum work is so stiff. Like it almost sounds. I mean, it's a real drummer, but it almost kind of sounds programmed in how it just like, all right, same turnover that keeps going.
Well, here's the 5 bands that I'm looking forward to for 2023. Because I'm looking online. It says artists with material and production. The 5 bands I have my eyes on right now that have stuff in production is there's a new Broken Hope coming out supposedly in 2023.
Yeah. Well, Jeremy confirmed that.
Yeah. New Accept.
I'm always down for New Accept.
Yes.
I mean, they haven't failed yet since their comeback.
New Alice Cooper, because I love me some Alice Cooper.
I'm down for Alice. I love Alice.
New Death Angel, because hey, I love Death Angel. Death Clock, Double Driver, Dismember is coming out in 2023.
Yeah, new Dismember, that would be sweet.
Manowar, new Manowar, Merciful Fate, Metal Church, Morbid Saint.
Metal Church. I'm kind of interested considering they just lost their lead singer to suicide.
That's going to be interesting.
Look, there's 2 bands. There's 2 bands that I doubt they might release something next year. Power Trip and the Black Dahlia Murder. Unless they had something recorded with their Balls Riley.
It's not on the list.
I know, but you never know.
And also Black Sabbath.
I mean, that's a possibility if Brian does just go full on, like, I'll be the fucking vocalist. They're doing the Metal and Beer Fest next year. They'll be in Philly in April, so they're doing that again at least. So, get a couple shows on the belt and see if that's what they want to do. Like, but
Children of Bodom's doing a live album, 2023.
Well, probably, like old stuff.
Like
old stuff. Yeah,
or maybe the last show they did.
But
it's
Power Trip.
Go ahead, Nick.
Well, no, I was gonna say Power Trip. I guess the initial plan was to get the old frontman of
New Possessed.
No, God damn it, Iron
Age, Jason Tarpey.
Yeah.
Which Iron Age is my go-to pick.
Yeah, that was the band that really inspired Power Trip. But I mean, I know there's Fugitive. That might actually turn into something too. That's got Ibanez from Power Trip. So I don't know. Like they're still kind of, still just kind of waiting in the wings on that one. Like I can't believe this shit happened.
Yeah,
it's still very sad and very odd to believe that Trevor is no longer.
Yeah, 2022 was a sad year for deaths. Also, of course, our drummer from Foo Fighters, God rest.
Yeah, Taylor Hawkins.
Taylor.
Yeah.
But with Power Trip,
I guess that Taylor did get to perform on Ozzy's latest album, so I guess that was an accomplishment.
He's on 2 tracks, I think.
2 tracks, I think.
Yeah. With Power Trip, it's like if they get Jason Tarpey from Iron Age and Eternal Champion, it's like that's the best option, I would say. Even though he's much older than the rest of the guys, he still can belt it out. I mean, that guy's got such a wide range.
Well, that was talked about a while ago too. Like I don't know if that's still a thing like that. I think that was probably before Fugitive put out that EP that everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Could get new Dream Theater in 2023.
Yeah.
Since now they're back to the routine of every 2 years.
So there's a Dio tribute band called Last in Line that's now making original material with Vinny Appice and Tim Ripper Owens on vocals.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sign
coming
me
out with
up
an album
for that
in 2023. With an album coming out in 2023.
In an interview that Ripper's going to be doing some solo stuff. I think he's coming out with an EP maybe next year called Return to Death Row.
I think, if I remember correctly, when Us All Left to Die, I talked to Rick for just a bit, and he said that he might be interested in recording an album under the Left to Die brand, depending on Cherry's schedule and everyone else's schedule, depending on the
Matt Harvey
label they land.
and such.
I mean, the problem is Ben Harvey already has Gruesome.
Yeah.
And then you have Gary Butler in
And
Obituary.
we supposedly Flotsam and Jetsam were in the process of material making.
Ooh, I think. Well,
I like the
when
last
was their
one. Actually, I
last
like the
one?
last two.
Yeah. New Fear Factory also.
You know what? Honestly,
No.
that one's gonna be weird because even
No,
Dino
Burton.
hasn't been on every single Fear Factory album, but Burton has.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of like
I
keeping
will
our
not
theme going,
consider it.
he's the guy.
Yeah,
I
for
will
me,
not get it.
Fear Factory isn't Fear Factory without Burton.
And
Yeah, pretty much.
Exciter is also.
I know Exciter's got one
Mature-
coming
Yeah.
out in 2023,
Mhm.
thanks to my boy
Yeah.
Daniel DK.
Onslaught also. Onslaught.
I'm down for new
Yeah.
Onslaught.
Symphony
Uh,
X.
I know we might be getting new Judas Priest, which if it's anything like
Yeah.
Firepower, hell yes.
I heard a slight rumor. Take it for granted because I'm taking it for a piece of fucking salt. There might be rumors of doing double drums on it with Scott Travis and Les Banks, and maybe even KK Downing coming in for a couple tracks. It's just a rumor. Take it for a fucking grain of salt. That's what I'm doing.
I'd buy it.
Okay, can I just say something here? I don't think that should happen. Firepower was a phenomenal album.
Yeah.
And it just go on your retirement tour. Don't make another album because you're basically on tributes. Like you're going on like a tribute show, basically.
Yeah, but Judas Priest is not in the same kind of like vein. Okay, look how like Power Up came out with AC/DC. They haven't toured since after that. But look at Judas Priest and after Firepower in the 50th anniversary tour. If they're all in the physical mindset and they all want to do an album together, why not? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I did
They
see
could.
them. I did see them last month, and they put on a phenomenal show. Now, granted, they only
I saw them also.
They mainly played all the stuff from the 80s because that was the 50th year, or no, not 50th, their 40th year of Screaming for Vengeance. They did phenomenal. But I'm just like,
I
dude,
saw the
I
tour
love
the
you
year
guys to
prior.
death. You are my favorite band of all time, but I don't know what you guys have nothing left to prove. Like you've done everything. You don't
tell
have
that to
KK.
Ozzy.
You don't have
Tell that to Maiden.
Yeah.
Difference is like
Maiden's
Bruce and Rob are
become
much
the
better
Ric
shape
Flair of music.
Yeah.
They're going to die on stage, and everyone's like, man, they had a great
Maiden's
career,
already
but
got their new tour set up. They're going to tour for the new album officially. It's going to be like somewhat to, remember when they did Flight 66 and then they did like a tribute to like Somewhere Back in Time? Well, I think they're going to call like the tour Nowhere Back in Time or something like that.
Yeah, because I think
that they're going to go like Somewhere in Time, which good. That's a great album.
And the tour's going to be basically they might do a whole album of they're going to maybe do the whole album live and then maybe some stuff off
I
of
think
Somewhere
next
Back in
year
Time.
is gonna be the 40th anniversary for
Peace of Mind.
Peace of Mind.
Peace of Mind, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is with me, they're too busy worried about being a prog band than an actual metal band.
They're never a prog band though. That's the
Yeah,
Well,
I feel like the
they're-
same
they've-
is like it also comes down to Nico. Nico is he's in his 70s. He doesn't want to be continuing this. You know,
Yeah,
he
people
don't-
forget
they should
Nico's
just-
the
they should
oldest
just call it
member of the
quits.
band.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. With Maiden, like, can you imagine a world without Maiden? It's like,
Right.
Nah.
Well, it wouldn't
no.
be a world without them because they'd still have all the music they recorded before. It's just,
well, I know,
eventually
but
these bands do have to hang it up.
non-touring. Like, and Maiden's one of those bands that hasn't stopped touring since the
They
fucking
started.
beginning.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to get to that point.
I
though.
mean,
That's something-
eventually the day's gonna come.
You
which is
have
gonna
to
be-
embrace that fact. That's
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
why, like,
I'm-
you get a chance to see those older bands out there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, they haven't been around here. Well,
The-
go see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
when I saw Maiden back in 2019, I was like, this is my first and probably only chance I might see Maiden. Now I can see him a
I'm
second
probably
time.
going to see him
That's
on
a
the
bonus.
next tour. I'm probably going to see him on the next tour because I've never seen Maiden live, so that's on my.
I'm probably
Oh
gonna see
my
him too.
god, Maiden's an amazing band live. Like everything about
Okay.
it. Like to
I've seen AC/DC, Maiden.
fuck you.
No, not Maiden. Not Maiden. Not Maiden. Not Maiden. I've seen AC/DC for the Rocker Bus tour at MetLife Stadium. I've seen Judas Priest, Megadeth, Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Experience. That's about it for me. So, you know.
I saw Queensryche open up for Priest, and I'll be honest, they sounded phenomenal. Todd LaTorre is a hell of a vocalist.
See, I saw the previous tour where Sabaton opened up for them. Sabaton bored me live, but then when Priest came on, I was happy.
I wish I could have gone to see Sabaton with Creator a couple of years ago. They came into San Antonio. I was like, I wish I could have gone to see that show.
Yeah.
Let me see what else could come out next year. I mean, it's another one that's been teased for years, but new Coroner.
Yeah, new Cattle.
Maybe.
Yeah, teased it for a while.
Oh yeah, and new Cow Decap supposedly coming out in May.
Sure next year. Yeah.
Coming out in May.
They played a new song on that tour.
Butcher Babies. Supposedly Butcher Babies. Never heard of that band.
Yeah.
That's the
two hot chicks. That's it.
Fucking Charlie's
and
lady.
Tony Iommi is confirmed. Black Sabbath. Tony Martin box set for 2023.
Yeah. But I already got 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
I don't need Forbidden.
As I Lay Dying.
Why?
Acid Rain.
Didn't Dan Swano said he's gonna be re-releasing?
Yes, remember? Yeah, he talked about re-releasing Moon Tower and most of the Nightingale stuff.
Oh God! Finally,
I hope the re-release of Moon Tower comes out in 2023, and I will pre-order it because that's a brilliant album.
Mystic Circle, Living Color.
You know what's a band I think might release something next year? A Perfect Circle.
It is on.
It'll be way before. It'll be way before Tool does anything because James Maynard Keenan.
Yeah.
We got new Vector.
I love James. Don't get me wrong, but Jesus, dude, you have what 5 albums from the band you were originally with, and you made more albums with their side project.
Getting everyone together can be difficult, but there's a lot of waiting. He also has the winery and all that fucking shit, like his vineyards.
He's a busy man.
He's very busy. He also caught COVID like 7 fucking times. They shouldn't even screen after him.
I remember when I first got COVID, and I was doing my Testament retrospective, and I did not know I had it, and then I kept going to work because I didn't know I had it. I'm like, man, it's probably just my allergies because I have really bad allergies. And I was like, I just felt like I'm over here listening to freaking what was that? Oh, Brotherhood, the Snake. I'm trying to freaking headbang, and my body's like
it's like broken down.
My legs got sore, like a lot of muscle soreness.
But Levi, what was the biggest disappointment album for you for this year?
Abath.
That would be one of them.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I had expectations for that.
Some other ones possibly
next disappointment year. This point album of the year. It was. I liked it, but I wish I liked it more. It had to be the new Candlemass, only because that production was not good.
Yeah, this one's for Ryan. This one's for Ryan. Hey, Ryan, you there? Ryan?
He's muted.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
so you like Dream Theater, right, Ryan?
Yes.
So supposedly between the week of February 3rd through the 10th to the 17th, Dream Theater might be coming out with Distance Over Time Demos 2018 compilation album.
I liked it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
The Astonishing is a great album.
No, it's not.
It's not. I can't even make it to the second disc.
Would you rather listen to Nostradamus or The Astonishing?
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus. I'll listen to Awake and Stay in Class instead.
That's fair.
Come on, boss. Hit me with your worst, boss.
But I would love to see new Alice in Chains next year.
Probably next year.
It's been a while.
I liked Rainier Fog. I thought it was a damn good album.
Yeah.
That's a
I
lot
still
of
love
people's
singing
least
along to
favorite,
the
though,
one you know all the
despite the fact
time.
it's a really good album.
Oh, dude, so far under Red Giant.
Yeah.
Red Giant on that fucking that is
Yeah,
just that's a fucking Doom song.
You know, it'd be
That's
weird.
because they
Just
were
out of
Doom
nowhere.
men.
Just out of nowhere. Imagine we get a new Rage Against the Machine album just out of fucking nowhere, and it's good.
No.
Well, Tim
No.
Comerford's currently
They're
battling
not
cancer,
against the
so
machine.
don't
They
hold your
are
breath
with
on
the
that one.
machine.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing with
Yeah.
System of a Down. I would love for a new album, but I doubt it. It's been what?
Yeah.
They did release some singles, like what, a
couple
of
years ago.
Yeah.
But it's
Couple
been
years
what?
ago.
When the list of full length, been what, like 10 years plus?
Okay, so
17
the new King
years.
Diamond, it is here on Wikipedia. It is rumored to be called the Institute.
They always say that
they
every
keep saying that
single
every
year.
That's
No,
why
it's just that they don't have.
it's like Tool all over again. It's like just release the damn album, King. I love you,
And
King
didn't
Diamond, but
King
just release it.
They just don't have any. They just don't have like no. They have a label. It's just their label won't fucking release it.
Didn't King said he wanted to do that double album?
I don't think I heard him say anything about that.
Because
I just want to hear new King Diamond. That's all. I love it.
King Diamond has done concept albums. He has done everything, but never a double album. Which
I heard he touted the idea of like a triple or quadruple album. Like,
no, that's too much.
Oh, that's
too much.
That's like giving a
That's
di-
asinine.
It's like giving a. It's like
I
having
mean,
a
don't
kid
get me
with
wrong.
diabetes giving them a
Quadruple
cookie.
album, I will listen to it. Don't get me wrong, I will, but it's too much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even from Swallow Sun that rings a triple album in technically, but still
Oh god,
different from
y'all
the
gave
album.
Iron Maiden a new idea. 6-pack album.
Oh god.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this: a Maiden should have retired after Book of Souls, because I think Emperor of the Clouds, as the last song to close the album, should have been like the end of Maiden.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of Book of Souls. Like honestly, the last one that I really enjoyed was A Matter of Life and Death, and then diminishing returns.
This is a plumber's pipe dream. Imagine end of 2023, Slayer just pops up out of nowhere.
No, that's
not happening.
No, which I'm still
as long as Perry King is still alive, that ain't happening.
Perry hasn't done shit. I'm like, he should have at least released something by now after Slayer.
Well, I mean, he's probably running his t-shirt and his wife dealing exotic snakes, which that's fucking terrifying. But no, he's been talking about doing like his own project, and I'm sure he could just accrue people, but I don't know, maybe he's waiting for the right time, get the right lineup. But yeah, Slayer's done. Like, and I can't. You can't do it without Araya.
Araya, he can't. He doesn't have the energy like he used to.
No.
And didn't he have like neck surgery or something like that?
He's got like a cage around his spine, essentially.
I mean, doing that for numerous amounts. Hell, I'm surprised Corpse Grinder hasn't had neck surgery. Well, to be fair, he doesn't have that.
There's no scalpel that can pierce that neck.
I swear.
Will it be five
look,
nails?
Look,
Will it be 5 nails?
Cannibal Corpse. What they should do is take an X-ray of Corpse Grinder's fucking neck and put it as the fucking album cover.
I will be down for that.
I will be down for that.
I'd pay for
it. Or have it like a little side thing when you open the disc, like a little poster of it. Of fucking.
Ricky. So it's okay. So it's his neck. What's the album title? And what are the tracks?
Oh God!
I'm putting you on the spot.
Necrophagy.
God.
Necromancy.
Nah, it's too simple. Let's see.
I fucked you in your nah. Well,
I
fucked with
you
the
in
neck.
Has to be something.
Your neck made love to me.
No.
No.
Shit, I have it right
They'll
here.
come up with something insane, I'm sure.
Romantic.
No, that's too fucking long.
Has anyone ever seen those movies before? Necromantic. Don't. It's disgusting.
I got it. Cuello. Neck in Spanish. There. Simple. Straight to the point. Cuello.
The neckening.
There you go, Nick.
There you go. Make that the first single. The neckening.
Necrophile with the K.
Necrophile.
Here, how about this? Call back to Tomb of the Mutilated, necropedophile.
No.
No, I don't think they're gonna like. They don't even.
No.
They don't even play that song live or even bring it up. Like, didn't you guys write a song called Necropedophile? Yeah, we did.
Blame it on that guy. Blame it on that guy. What are you guys talking about? You guys talking about me? Hey,
Metal
guys,
Blade will gladly take our royalties, please, in advance.
Yeah.
Hey guys, do you mind if I bring in my friend Randy Savage in real quick? He wants to give his quick mention of Chris Barnes. Oh yeah, let me tell you something about that Chris Barnes guy. With your dreads and you smoking that blunt. You call yourself 6 feet under. Well, let me tell you something, pal. You're not 6 feet under. You're sucking.
There's this guy.
You know,
shit. No, wait.
You know,
shit,
hey,
Barnes, he ain't talking about you. He's talking about Chris Barnes.
I've been working on that for months, by the way. I've been working on that for months.
Hey, boss. When you was doing the Macho Man voice, you sound like what would happen if Macho Man was a teenager with a bad flu.
Oh, shit.
Or how about neck in German? Nacken.
Nacken? No. No.
Wacken?
Nacken.
Barbara Walters just died.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Shit.
I heard about
93.
That's sad. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
okay. We had Don West pass away from lymphoma earlier today, and now Barbara Walters just flopped away.
Yeah, I mean, nothing tops Betty White, though, passing away. That was just what the fuck.
Right before.
Yeah.
Right before her 100th birthday, like
and her
yeah.
passing is a year from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dude, we are doomed. We are doomed.
Yeah. Boss, do you have anything for Ship Barnes? Do you have anything to say to Ship Barnes, boss?
Let me tell you something about Chris Barnes or Ship Barnes, whatever his name is.
They're both separate people. Ship Barnes. Chris Barnes is his brother.
No, wait, no, hold on.
You're a way better vocalist than your brother, and your brother sounds like shit. How about you and I in the ring? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, yeah. Dig it.
Better yet, I'm Terry Funk, and I got something to say about Barnes. God damn it. Where I come from in Amarillo, Texas, the Double Cross Ranch. Chris Barnes, I loved your stuff in Cannibal Corpse, but what the fuck were you thinking with that album Nightmares of the Decomposed? The only thing that's rotting here is your worthless penis when it's in a vagina, you sick fucker.
Oh, little bag.
I'm gonna put a spinning toe hold on that penis and rip it right off and stomp it to bits because you, my friend, are a jackass.
What are you? Hey, who's this asshole calling me a jackass? You know, I'm Ship Barnes. I'm his brother. You know, I've been in jail a few times. Yeah, I had sex
with... called Shit Barnes, God damn it.
Dude, Scott would be proud of us.
Yeah. Well, you know, Chris doesn't like me because, you know, I have this deep voice, and, you know, I go to jail a lot.
Chris Barnes is a hoe. Put him in the bag.
Oh,
yeah, you know, I met Krusty the Clown once. Yeah, you know why I go to jail, people, is because, you know, I had sex with this goat, you know. This one time, and, you know.
With this goat.
He was a hooah.
You're all fucked up, people.
We're fucked up. We're all fucked up.
Oh, I made my night.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck.
I got 3 words for you.
Oh, wait, Justin.
Yeah, bitch.
Wait, since when did Randy Savage sound like Jesse Ventura? That's what I want to know.
What am I doing?
Could you imagine? Could you
Jeez, you
imagine
sprung a
Chris
leak,
Barnes? Could you imagine Jesse Ventura and Chris Barnes having a conversation?
Oh,
No.
they're
Dude, I remember when Nick, whenever somebody said, "Hey Nick, what would Jesse Ventura do an autobiography on you?" He had the best impersonation. I've ever
Nick
heard.
did have
that
it.
was fucking Shred and I just go back and forth because I mean, I watch Predator like fucking annually, but his conspiracy theory shows like why don't you tell me if you're such a patriot? Like, that shit got fucking ridiculous. Like, I want to know what's behind that door. All right, don't call security. But yeah, like he's such a ridiculous fucking character.
Yeah.
I lived in the Baja.
people on the
Demand
internet. If
on
you're ever looking for
vacation.
somebody to impersonate Ventura,
So,
Nick's your
dude,
guy.
I'm telling you,
Hold
it's
on,
spot
hold
on. I hate it.
So Mr. Ventura, what are your thoughts on this 6 Feet Under debacle album?
I listen to country music. I'm sorry. Is that hip hop?
Clip that.
And with that, Nick just killed the entire room.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Jesse does. I don't know. He doesn't listen to his barber when it says like when he tells him, "Hey, maybe just get rid of like the rest of it." You're not fooling anyone.
Dude, I'm legit sweating. Oh god.
I have long hair. It's just all back here.
I don't have time to bleed.
Yeah, if someone saw that, clip that.
What? I don't listen to country music.
Dude, he's just, I mean, I suppose he's always been weird, but man, when they gave him
I'm
his other
Jesse
show about
Ventura.
conspiracy theories,
And
I was
I-
like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why you didn't last with the governor.
Whenever
They just sat down and talked to you.
Yeah.
I will say one
I'm
thing.
Jesse Ventura.
Whenever Chris Jericho was on Jesse Ventura's podcast, and Jericho literally got his ass eaten out, like he got his ass chewed out.
Very
Oh
interesting
my
use of the
god,
word
that
literally
was
there.
awesome. Like,
Just saying. Just saying.
I mean,
wait, what
I
did
mean,
you say, Nick?
He said he literally got his ass eaten. I was like, careful. Literally means something very specific.
Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with There's nothing wrong with eating ass.
Well,
Not
I mean,
me.
if it's on a
Well,
podcast,
me.
you don't see it.
so-
But that's a combo that no one wants to see.
I
Oh, yeah,
mean,
get in
Bob.
there.
I mean, Bob. I mean,
Taste my
I mean-
lunch.
God.
Jesus Christ, I'm hyperventilating over here.
Like I said, just literally wasn't the right word there. Or it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know what they're into. I don't hang out with Jesse. I don't think a lot of
Oh
people hang out with
God,
Jesse.
that was good.
Oh my god.
Dude, my dog is looking at me like I'm a psychopath.
It happens.
Probably how most people look at Jesse Ventura. So that's cool.
I'm gonna go back to watch this live stream and clip it. Just clip everything.
I'll have to make it into a short, and it'll probably get like 10,000 views.
Do it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. My stomach.
If you're gonna animate that, then be careful.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
hey.
like I did for the parts thing.
Hold on, Ryan, you okay over there, bud? You sitting in your
Yeah,
chair?
yeah. I'm just reading this article from Blabbermouth saying that Tony Iommi confirms that Tony Martin era Black Sabbath albums will be reissued next year.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, there
oh
you
my
go.
god, my stomach hurts so bad, and I just finished working out.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Lunch.
Please.
Oh God.
Please put Headless Cross
Oh,
Tier
yeah,
and Cross Purposes on Spotify, damn it.
Yeah. Put the Tony Martin stuff on Spotify.
The only one they have on Spotify is Eternal Idol, which I don't have a problem with, but where's the other ones at?
Yeah, where's Headless Cross, Tier, Cross Purposes, Forbidden?
Yeah, Forbidden sucks. I agree. Forbidden sucks.
That's fine. We'll do Forbidden.
Yeah.
But now, Nick, and you just gave me an idea to have fucking Jesse Ventura do the fucking Big Bill Hells commercial instead of Bart.
Levi, speaking of commercials, you know that one commercial? Fuck you, Baltimore. It's just Jesse Ventura.
That's what that's the commercial I'm talking about. The Big Bill Hells car commercial.
It fucking throws the refrigerator down.
Jesse Ventura says you will be taking the. What the fuck does he say?
By the way, Chupacabra is real. He's my next door neighbor. I ate an entire Chupacabra. I made a decorative knife out of its femur.
Wait. What Chupacabra? Because there's many ways you can use that word. There's a lot of ways you can use that word.
Yeah, unless that's like some sort of like weird sexual maneuver I didn't know about, then I don't know. Like I'm talking about like the cryptid, the one that no one can get like like there's no like baseline or like what it looks like. It's like, oh no, it looks like an alien, but it's got like a lizard face, but it's also part goat,
okay,
part dog.
Because I was like,
pick one.
Which Chupacabra? Because there's a lot of ways you can use that word.
Well,
there was that infamous one that actually turned out to be a hoax where it was like a giant dog's head.
Yeah, it was
all that stuff. It got locked in a freezer or something like that.
Oh god, I forget what it's a crossbreed between a coyote and a wolf. And
god,
it had mange. But just because it's a lot of cryptid shit is species misidentification anyway. Yeah. So I don't know what that is. Let's call it Chupacabra. Like, sure.
Nick, you just gave me a horrible image in my head that I can't get out of you of Jesse Ventura, Nick, by the way. Thank you.
If you're fetishizing this conversation.
No, I'm not. I'm not. It's basically Jesse Ventura decides to make music and he decides to sing Christmas carols.
The reason I asked about the Chupacabra thing was because one time I went across, because I live like 30 minutes from the border, and I was going to visit my family, and sometimes there's some people around my aunt's house that they bring along.
Right? Chupacabra stole your wallet, right? I hear that happens.
No. I mean, the reason I asked, because like I said, I was over there, and then some guy just, as an insult, like, "Unta mi Chupacabra." I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, that Chupacabra.
So wait, Chupacabra's a dig in a way?
It's like the way you can say, like, you can suck my Chupacabra.
Oh, all right.
All
Chúpame
right.
la Chupacabra.
Well, you should just flip it around like Chupacabra. You mean that shit that doesn't exist? Like,
no, like I'm like, what are you talking about, Chupacabra? I'm like, oh, that Chupacabra.
Like, no, just say dick. It's fine. Don't say that because you're setting yourself up and burning you later.
It's like, hey ladies, you want to see my Chupacabra?
Speaking of Chupacabra,
wait, so you mean nothing?
All right.
Speaking of Chupacabra, I remember one time I got lost in the desert and, I saw a Chupacabra, fucking a rock somewhere and, I don't know, I was drunk.
Mike, you know what you sound like now? You sound like what would happen if Beavis was trying to impersonate Barnes. Yeah, or Beavis with throat cancer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Levi, speaking of Beavis and Butthead, I just got the... Hold on, I'll show you.
Oh, God.
Did you see the news that they came out with this
a
year?
while back? I got a couple things I want to show you actually got for Christmas.
Oh, my camera work. Dude, my camera will not work. No, I don't know why.
So, anybody a fan of Al Bundy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Married with children.
Yeah, and
I prefer King Kong Bunny, honestly.
I got Miami Vice complete series, and then of course I got Beavis and Butthead the complete series on DVD because hey, it was like $30 on Walmart.com, so you know. Plus, it comes with all the MTV music videos, so that came with the series.
The roast on the deaf philosopher video. I'd like 2 tacos, please, with a small order of fries to go.
Yeah, my favorite episode's still the pilot, the frog episode, but just them trying not to laugh. I would not survive that.
No, I would not either. I would not survive not laughing either. After all, every fucking Saturday on the Shadow Call, it's like Scott challenges me all the time to see if I can keep a straight face, and I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
That's because it's Scott. He makes everyone laugh.
Scott's just funny. Yeah,
He's such a chill guy too. I always go on his live stream. He's such a cool guy.
Oh God, yeah. Speaking of Beavis and Butthead.
I was at work the other day and I was like going through Facebook and like these Facebook like little clips will show, and there was this one on Family Guy where Stewie got left home alone and he's like, "Where the devil is everyone?"
I poke too much.
Yep.
He said, he's like, where the devil is everyone? This is more deserted than James Gandolfini's dressing room or training room.
James Gandolfini's workout room.
And then there's this, here he comes with a piece of cake in his hand, looks
inside and walks away. Or later on in the episode, whenever he's like, "Ooh, Hustler magazine! I'm going to finally get to see what a vagina." Oh God!
Yeah.
You can't hurt anyone anymore.
Yeah, I think the only good imitation I can do a good Beavis. Like, hey, you guys want to watch TV? We're gonna bang some sluts. If people don't get that joke, watch Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Or what the hell else? Oh yeah, in that same Family episode. Lois, I'm gonna drink my first soda. Better come stop me. Ooh, that must be the sugar. Oh God, that's good. Rupert, suddenly I want to run around. Chase me. Oh, now I'm sad.
I stopped watching Family Guy for one reason, or it's where they fucking killed off Brian. That pissed me off.
I stopped watching Family Guy after 2011.
Yeah. The first episode's still funny. It's like, holy crap, Brian, I got an Audi. That's an audit, Peter.
Holy crap, he's a crapple.
Holy crap, he's a crapple. Yeah.
The one that always gets me is, oh my God, my cereal's talking to me. Peter, those are Cheerios.
Or another one that gets me. The Christmas episode is still maybe my favorite. Oh God, Lois, it was horrible. The fish were in my eyes and in my nose, and I think one of them mothered something anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Or later on, he gets back to the house. My couch, my TV. What the hell did you do? Me?
I mean,
who the hell buys a novelty fire extinguisher? I'll tell you who. Someone who cares enough about physical comedy to put his whole family at serious risk.
I'm caca for Cuckoo Puffs.
I personally like the one with the retarded horse.
Oh God!
That was kind of a disturbing episode.
Yeah,
especially when Peter was like laying
Zach
naked and all of a sudden the horse walks in.
Yeah,
Peter, the horse is here. I know.
Yeah. Or the episode where Stewie just whacks Peter with a bat because Peter's eating Stewie's food.
I think my personal favorite Family Guy episode is the Road to Multiverse. That is just such a fun, like every Road to, maybe except for like maybe the Road to India one, which was kind of pointless.
It's the first one. I always
love the
me.
Ryan and Stewie ones.
It's the first one
Rhode
for
Island
me.
The most.
Road to Rhode Island, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe my personal favorite episode would be PTV.
PTV.
That was-
Oh yeah.
Look at that side boob. How about this
Yeah,
side
that
boob?
side
That
there.
turn you on? Because it shouldn't. Because that's my side boob.
Yeah.
Good night,
Yeah.
everybody.
But speaking
My
of good
favorite
TV
moment of the episode, my favorite moment of the episode was seeing Stewie cower in the
Yeah.
corner after seeing
Yeah.
shit come down on the windshield.
Yeah.
Turn off the windshield wipers. They don't work. They're just making it worse.
So, or the episode where the pie decides to rape Peter and Quack.
Oh, God.
My eyes.
It's like
Peter, it's making me watch.
Oh, God, I remember
I
that.
think
Yeah.
one of my favorite episodes was when Brian slept with Quagmire's dad.
And then
Just
he
for
puked
the
30
reaction
seconds
itself.
straight.
Just because of the
Yeah.
reaction. Yeah. Ah!
And then it ends with him getting his ass beat by Quagmire. And then he goes,
Not
and then he
to
goes,
be fair.
hey, I fucked your dad.
Yeah, nothing's better than Death by Snoo Snoo.
Death by yes. When I was growing up watching when Netflix had Family Guy on, the one like two-parter that always stood out to me was "And Then There Were None." I love that two-parter where James Woods is basically resurrected from the dead. It's this big murder mystery, and it turns out it was a freaking Archer woman for some weird reason.
Yeah. Well, no. God darn it, I had enough.
I think after that episode's when continuity finally was like continuity.
No, me so no, Consuela in the series.
Consuela. No.
All right,
Yeah.
I gotta get going, guys.
See ya,
'cause
Nick.
I got some shit I gotta listen
Yeah.
to.
Alright.
Working on
Yeah.
a giant collection update. Yeah, but yeah, good hanging out, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Thanks for making us
Good
lose.
fucking purchases,
Thanks for
man.
making us lose our voices.
Thanks for making us lose our insanity, Nick.
All right, I'll catch y'all later.
Hey. Speaking of TV shows, what's y'all favorites? South Park, Futurama, and Simpsons stuff.
Okay.
I don't care
really
for
have
Simpsons.
one.
Okay, The Simpsons.
I never grew up with The Simpsons. I do not care
grew up
for
with
South Park.
I did grow up
Futurama's
with The Simpsons.
okay. I'm just not a big fan. I just like Family Guy.
South
more.
Park, I
just watch
prefer
that.
all three. Simpsons, I like certain episodes, but not the whole show. And then Futurama, I don't give
With
much
Futurama,
about.
I like the one when Bender becomes the werecar. I love that episode. And with The Simpsons, there's a lot because I love The Simpsons. But the most
first
recent
episode's good. The first episode.
I mean, it's good, but to me, when it comes to The Simpsons, being growing up was when they went to New York to pick up Homer's car, and then he's trying to.
That's because Barney got drunk. That's because Barney got drunk and lost
Barney
his car
got
in New
drunk,
York.
Yeah. Or
My favorite South Park episode will always be the very first episode.
Yeah.
With the anal probe. Ah, my ass. Well, I dreamt that I was lying in bed in the dark, and all of a sudden this bright blue light filled the room.
I just felt like with South Park, I feel like it went way too meta, and the comedy was bad, dude. The one where the freaking Michael Jackson one, where they were portraying him as a pedophile. I'm like, dude, there is no factual evidence that he was a pedophile. And two, you're just doing it because you based off of everything that was proven at the time, which there wasn't any.
I don't know if you guys remember this when the episode before the election of Hillary and Trump, they had 2 episodes ready to go. One if Trump won, one if Hillary won.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that's pure genius.
Well, they do their episodes like a couple of days before release.
Yeah,
because it's easy. Because that's like the easiest show to do animation over. All they gotta do is just put the voices on, and they're all set. Plus, having Bill Hader help them out with the show as well.
Yeah.
There was another episode. What about the episode whenever the Jersey Shore episode?
Oh,
the garbage!
Fucking garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sneaky one, smash, smash. That's right, Big Man. That's right, Big Man.
Yeah.
I,
So
didn't they-
Ricky,
I remember
You're,
they
you're
did.
a triple J, a Jersey Ginger
Yeah.
G.
I remember they did like a wrestling one basically where they built
Yeah.
like their own wrestling
Yeah.
foundation.
Parody of WWE.
Wasn't that
Speaking
one?
of,
Wasn't that one with abortion that also added that too? If I remember correctly, in
They
that
added so much random shit in that show that it was almost impossible to take seriously. Like at least with Family Guy, at least they did one thing and they stuck with it. With South
Yeah.
Park, it's like they just did something and they never went with it.
Yeah. Speaking of WWE, someone brought WWE. I might be doing my Rumble prediction video in the next week or something.
I got done doing my SmackDown notes. I was gonna do it, but I jumped.
Yeah, I'm
off
gonna
here.
do my SmackDown probably Monday. I might just not make the video, but SmackDown. I'm not gonna spoil what happened. It was okay. It was an okay SmackDown.
I was watching it. I mean, I think it was pretty good. But to me, Levi and I agreed. Still, Cody Rumble. He's gonna win it.
We already know who Uncle Howdy is. We already know who it is. I already know who it is.
I'm sorry, this Uncle Howdy and Bray stuff. I'm just not a fan of it. It was cool for a while, but it got especially during the pandemic, it got way too silly, way too stupid, really quick. And it turns out that Alexa is going to be going back to that.
Well, then again, they're kind of doing the Wide Six, sorta in a way.
Yeah.
Don't pair Alexa up with Bray because that'll bring back too many PTSD nightmares.
But then again, now that Triple H is in charge, maybe he's like,
Mm-hmm.
Could change things
Well,
up.
the one thing for Roman, if you're gonna do Rock and Roman at Mania, question
The
is
title isn't gonna be
No title.
No, no title, and somehow you gotta protect Rock and Roman from getting hurt in that match too, because So.
I mean, not with the whole Black Adam thing, which he says he's not coming back as Black Adam. So
because DCU is fucking dead.
DC fucked over Henry Cavill. If anybody knew about that.
Netflix even fucked over Henry Cavill.
Yeah. I heard Henry Cavill the slight rumor that Henry Cavill, because of DC fucking him over, the slot is open for him to do a new younger James Bond.
Or
he's now doing Warhammer.
And to piss off Disney, piss off Han Solo people, Harrison Ford's in Marvel now. So
Kevin Feige,
isn't he going to be doing the next Indiana Jones movie or something like that?
The one scene Indiana Jones. If I'm Indiana Jones, I bring a whip to a room of either mob people and they have guns. Me, I'm just gonna. Oh, what the fuck did I just do?
Oh, so also some interesting news that came out. Dragon Lee's going to be going to WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's a signing.
That's a really big signing. And also there's rumors that FTR might be going back.
Yes.
Because
FTR is going back to WWE.
Yeah.
Because they just recently lost the AAA tag titles.
So they just still need to drop the IWGP belts.
Well, boss, you know why Dragon Lee's going to WWE? Because AEW had him on no contract and he was on AEW.
Yeah, they had him in his ROH contract expired, so he went to WWE. I'm like, do not fuck him up because this guy.
WWE.
Look, hear me out.
He's going to NXT.
I wonder he's gonna go to NXT, but I wonder he's gonna go with the AAA title because he's the AAA tag team champion, one half.
Yeah.
But I also realized that Carl Anderson is still the never openweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So maybe they're changing their ways to allow some of those, if they have titles.
Wrestle Kingdom's coming up. I mean, I'm pretty
sure.
You're probably in a few days.
Yeah.
Omega's not going to be on the January 4th show on AEW. He's going to be facing Ospreay. And speaking of the OC, apparently Styles got hurt during a live event.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
And people say they're pushing Wardlow. I don't see it. They're doing something wrong with Wardlow.
They completely
fucked him over.
Yeah.
proof that Tony Khan doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys see that segment between Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland with Rick Ross?
Yeah.
What in the blue hell was that? That was so bad.
Tony Khan is basically turning into kind of like Vince McMahon 2.0, just without the,
allegations.
Yeah.
And the talent.
Yeah.
Too much.
Like,
Zombie
does
Dog's coming
anyone
up.
care? Like, honestly,
So-
does anyone care that Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal are going to be taking on the Acclaimed? No.
No.
Because Jeff Jarrett, I'm sorry, is not worthy of a title feud in 2022. Does anyone care about Orange Cassidy? No, not really.
JD
Anyone
from
care about the House of
MLA
Black
206.
returning? No.
I think JD in one of his videos made a statement, and it was a true statement. He said, people don't like WWE TV. They prefer the pay-per-views. The pay-per-views are definitely better than the TV programming. That I will agree with.
Well, that's coming for someone that doesn't know when to keep his damn mouth shut, but...
Oh, yeah, JD.
Yeah, good to point that out, boss. It's not like anyone else here knew about that.
Yeah. God, his rants. JD's rants. Oh, God, there's so many.
I'm surprised I'm going to be saying this. The
Anybody a fan of
now.
anybody a fan of GTS by any chance, like Grim Story Show Wrestling?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
I kind of watched him a bit, but I kind of like.
Honestly,
I kind of grew out of it after a
It's
while.
been years, but I watch it once in a while.
It's still amazing MJF came from there in 2016.
Wow.
And he got tied up in Grimm's basement. And got his ass kicked by Grimm.
Yeah.
Speaking of
he's the
MJF,
world champion.
Speaking of MJF, can we just say the best heel going today?
Yes.
If Tony Khan does not pay him by the
he's going to WWE.
He's going to WWE. There's no doubt in my mind.
He's gonna jump ship. Then other people that are higher up, like MJF, like Jade Cargill, if she doesn't get fucking paid, he's going to WWE.
Well, actually, I take that back. Yeah, Jade Cargill fits more in the WWE.
Ricky
system.
Starks, but Ricky Starks even sees it. You can see Ricky Starks going over to WWE. You can see
Wardlow. I wouldn't be surprised if any of those guys over there that jump ship from WWE go back to WWE.
Well,
guys like Alec
Adam Cole. Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly.
Bobby Fish. Oh, well, yeah, Bobby Fish. He's just
Malachi Black.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Bobby Fish
Buddy
Murphy. He was in Impact for a bit.
Yeah, Buddy Murphy too. All of them would be wanting like, Papa H, can we come back?
Keith Lee.
Oh,
Pretty
Keith
sure.
Lee.
I mean,
Keith Lee deserves to come back.
Swerve.
He does.
I would love to see, majority of those guys are going to be coming back.
Not saying it won't happen. Samoa Joe and some port could get like a backstage role or something back in WWE.
Yeah. Joe would be a
him as probably a producer or free agent would not be bad.
Or even a coach. Joe would make a great coach.
Speaking of Samoa Joe, Poncho Joe, yes, the meme. We all know what that
look, I love Joe, but man, he's got to be hanging it up soon. I love him, man, but dude,
I think to myself, if he was given a Brock Lesnar type of deal where he wrestles a certain amount of dates or something like that, an amount of pay-per-views, I think he'd be it would be. I don't think that would work for him.
AJ Styles got injured during a house show. Basically.
Yeah, that's what I brought up.
Yeah.
Oh, did you all see this? Okay, so this was like exclusive footage. Did you all see the footage of when Dominic Mysterio got arrested?
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it.
So Levi, if you don't know what happened is that it was aired around Christmas, where last time that Ray got it, or that Dominic and Rhea went to Ray's house, they attacked him. Well, this time, the grandpa was involved, and Dominic was being loving to the grandpa, and Ray was telling them to get the hell out. So then they got to a shoving match. All of a sudden, the cops showed up, and Rhea's like, no, don't take him. He's innocent. They attacked us. That we didn't attack them. And they were like, well, the footage proves otherwise. And Dominic says, I'm not ready to go in jail. And I think Rhea says, Mommy will get you out of jail soon, honey.
I'm like, Dominic, you lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Even
so
though
this
he's
is what I'm
proven that he's
saying.
already got a girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same as Rhea. I'm wondering how Buddy Matthews is taking all this with Dom
Yeah.
dating.
Well, let's be fair. He was dating Dominic's sister.
On screen,
Technically,
Just saying.
story-wise.
Yeah,
All is
correct
fair in love and war,
correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't Buddy Matthews and Rhea Ripley married?
No,
Yeah.
they're
No.
dating.
I know they're
They're
dating. I know
dating.
they're dating.
They're dating.
I'm like, I
No.
wonder how Buddy is thinking of all of this.
And it's
like,
weird. Buddy Matthews, remember, she used to be engaged to Bliss for a bit.
Speaking of somebody
Yeah.
that's married,
But yeah, she's,
since Charlotte's back,
yeah.
Andrade, what the fuck?
Oh,
does
he's
WWE
coming
do
back.
with Andrade?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
probably going to be coming back.
He
Because,
is.
Oh, he's
dude,
coming
ever
back.
since that whole Sammy altercation and his stuff with AAA,
Yeah, he's coming back.
I think he might be finishing up his AEW contract and maybe some stuff in AAA. Then he'll most likely come back. Because I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, when
Definitely.
Charlotte
He's
came
coming
back,
back.
Charlotte looked pretty good. She's got new
That will
gear,
be
she's
it.
got different music.
I would love to see that match happen.
So supposedly
Escobar and
she's
Zelina
gonna be a
versus-
face.
Oh wait, who?
Yeah.
Face?
Yeah,
No.
Charlotte's kind
Yeah.
of babyface by proxy. Dude, I'm sorry, Ronda does not care.
Ronda,
This has to be the end for Ronda. 'Cause
Ronda
this
needs
I
one
mean,
has been-
I mean, the thing with Rhonda, it's not that I don't think she's careless. I think Scott said best. She maybe cares too much,
She cares too much.
and also it doesn't help that they have not been building up anybody for her.
Yeah.
Which that's the
that's-
bigger
that's the
problem with the
problem, yeah.
SmackDown women's division, which is why unify the women's titles already.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
I
we
think
have
in
to do.
order to do that, I think now it's the time that they finally have a women's mid card belt because you got all those people that are like, you got so much women on the roster. It's like, what do you want them to do? Go out? Well, they can't go after the 24/7 title. It's gone now.
Or make a permanent all women's pay-per-view. Like make one pay-per-view permanent just for all women.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get
Oh,
another Revolution.
remember
It's not
Revolution?
happening.
Or how
It
about
was a
this?
one-time thing.
Or how
Yeah.
about this? How about we get rid of the women's tag division? That thing's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares about the women's tag division at
Yeah.
all.
I forget half the time that Io and Dakota are tag champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the NXT women's tag champions existed.
See, it's
Yeah,
funny.
because it's funny you mentioned with the NXT women's titles because it's being held by complete jobbers.
Yeah, but then again, you have the male titles, but that's different because it's actually a good division now.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's just like I think they need to, if they really want to continue with those, they really need to get like legitimate teams that are like cohesive and stuff.
But how would you break up Bailey's faction? That's the fucking question. How do you do it?
They would just split them up randomly.
Split them up?
No, with Triple H, it's got to have meaning. If
Yeah.
that was on the Vince era, yeah, absolutely.
Then, yeah.
But if it's a
You know
Triple H moment, it's got to have meaning.
real quick, Ricky and Levi. This happened while we were in holidays and there was no Horseman podcast. What was your reaction when Mandy Rose got fired because she?
Well, we
what
talked
if
about
doing
that.
all
We
women?
talked about it in the Shadow Code, and I was shocked at first. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, same here.
And then we found out what really
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, I mean, if she's making more doing her thing, then more power to her.
I will say NXT has some good up and coming talent that can be stars. Braun Breaker.
I think if you
Well,
have
Braun
someone-
Breaker's the number one.
Yeah. And then you have Schism.
Once he
Schism,
comes
which is
back
gonna
from
be a big faction.
apparently he's back at his home from rehab. Dude, you gotta call up Ilya Dragovich.
Eventually.
Dragon off.
Well, honestly, I keep saying, like, have Gunther hold the Intercontinental title until he surpasses Honky Tonk's record.
Mhm.
and
Dude,
you
somebody's
can
got to
have-
pass that record.
And you can have
Yeah.
one of two people, you could have one of two people, or maybe even three people, beat Gunther for the belt. You could have Braun Breaker. You could do Sheamus, since they left that feud open to return, or Ilya Dragunov.
Ilya.
Now, with
personally,
I would like to see Ilya.
Personally, I'd rather see Gunther drop it to Sheamus because of the feud, and as well as give Sheamus the belt so you can get the Grand Slam.
Now, we know that Gunther might be at WrestleMania, defend the title, but would you have him a one-on-one match, or would you have the ladder match?
Will
One-on-one better.
Well, Gunther at WrestleMania, he's facing Brock.
Well,
I think he's going to face Brock at WrestleMania, and he's going to beat Brock.
Will this WrestleMania be bigger than the following year's WrestleMania?
Yeah,
40?
because apparently, over 1,000 tickets got sold out. Like, I think the beginning of November or something like that.
Yeah.
Here's some other news. Braun Strowman, he's going to be taking on Gunther in 2 weeks for the IC title, and I just found out this. Apparently, the rumors is that Rhea Ripley was going to take on Ronda for the SmackDown Women's title instead of Ronda and Becky. But since Charlotte came back, that kind of threw a wrench in the plan. So
and you know what we can do?
That was a way for Ronda to take some time off.
Well, you know what you do? If Triple H does a draft after the Rumble or something like that, you bring Bianca over to SMackDown. You set up Bianca and Charlotte for WrestleMania.
The draft's going to be after Mania. You always say it after Mania.
It's after Mania, yeah.
But the reason this WrestleMania next coming up is selling tickets. People are putting money on The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania, which is still an unknown. It's still an unknown, honestly. To me, I think it might happen. But again, there's so many things that Triple H has done since he took over that's like, we don't know where this is going to go.
Here's how you can tease it too. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Here's how you can tease Rock. You can either have him show up Rumble, or even show up maybe a month before Mania, just out of nowhere.
That's the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I think Brock's going to have a blast with Gunther. Those two.
They're going to have a great match. It's going to be a brutal match.
I would love to see that if it's for the Intercontinental, because I don't think
it'd probably be for the belt.
Because Brock's never.
I wouldn't.
But here's the thing, boss. Brock's never had a title match for a mid-card title. This would technically be his first.
No. Actually, wait. He had one IC title match against.
He had one against Rob.
Rob Van Dam.
If Brock Gunther does happen in Mania, make that the opening match either night 1 or night 2.
Yeah.
Match.
And they'll go on for about 10 minutes and just suplexes versus chops.
So what's all these CM Punk fanboys talking about him showing up at Rumble? I'm saying that's not happening.
Okay. Can we just say this?
Hear me out. There's no chance in the 9 circles of Dante's Inferno Punk's gonna get the Rock.
No,
no chance.
It's not happening.
There's no chance.
Okay, if it does happen, I will go live on YouTube and I will sing the cringiest fucking song ever. Praise WWE.
There's also rumors that apparently this is from Sean Ross Sapp, so I don't know how credible this is, even though he has been proven to be credible in the past. Apparently, what the rumors are for Mania is that it's going to be Seth versus either Drew or Cody for a
I've heard about that because I've heard Roman might be dropping one of them before Mania.
Which
Don't
okay.
Don't do it.
Here's my thing. At Clash of the Castle, if it was for one title, Drew should have won.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can have Roman still look strong, be like, "Oh, you just took my title. You took one of my titles. You didn't take both. So you technically didn't beat me. You just took a piece of me. You didn't take the entire full course meal." And speaking of Drew, he came back. Apparently, he's doing well. He looks good because apparently he's had like some health scares going on.
Yeah,
it sucks, but it happens. So I'm glad Drew's okay. Him and Sheamus are going to be challenging for the tag titles, I think, in 2 weeks. There's still tension between Sammy and Roman, but it really wasn't shown tonight when when KO and Cena took on Sami and Reigns, it felt like just like a standard tag match. In all honesty,
I
Where
mean,
Cena
Well, I
didn't
mean, it
do
was
much
gonna be
except
a
for the
standard
end.
tag.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably saving the whole thing with Sammy either after the Rumble or after the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna do it on the day of Christmas. That's what I thought they
That-
were gonna do.
But
Yeah.
honestly, I'm going more with the Chamber because it's gonna be in Montreal. You know,
I
No,
say
you
Chamber
gotta
Part of
is
his
when
hometown.
Sammy is when the Bloodline turn on Sammy, and then at Mania it's Sammy and KO
Oh.
versus the Usos main event.
Usos,
9-1,
which
and
that's
Sammy and
gonna be
KO
a
win the
barn
title.
burner. That's gonna be a barn burner tag match. That's gonna be a good tag match.
So
I
yeah,
expect
9-1
it.
main event Usos versus Sammy and KO. 9-2 main event Roman versus Cody, and
Yeah.
Cody wins the belt.
yeah.
There's some this year's and plus this year's card with Triple H and Chuck. You could go so many ways with this year's.
But
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Also,
but
by
like,
the way, this match is going to be so stupid just thinking about it. It's going to be a pitch black match between LA Knight and Bray Wyatt.
Oh yeah, I just saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, what I heard is like some kind of cage match. Again, I'm sorry, this thing with Bray, I'm just not a fan of. Like,
Well, they're
Uncle
still,
Howdy
they're still
attacked him.
building. They're still
Yeah.
building.
I
Give
know,
Bray
but
time.
it's just
Give
getting
Bray
kind of
time.
ridiculous at this point.
Give
Well,
Bray time.
you
Hey,
need time to build a story, and that's what they're doing.
and
so.
plus, if Vince was around, and Vince would have fucked the story over even before the
Most
Already,
likely,
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But
Hell,
yeah.
even Jim Cornette's taking the piss out of it by saying, "Well, LA Knight's getting dragged." By
Well,
this."
you know, if you,
Yeah.
you be a weird scenario. You have Stone Cold coming back. What if they did LA Knight and Stone Cold at Mania?
That would be good.
That would be
There-
interesting.
That would be
This has
interesting.
been planned. This has apparently been planned. Logan Paul versus John Cena.
Logan, he wouldn't be
Uh,
cleared. He wouldn't
and-
be cleared by then. He's
I want
going
to
to be
see
out.
Cena in theory.
Logan Paul's going to be out until the summer.
Yeah, because
I heard-
he basically tore
He
both his
tore his whole
knees out.
knee up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
ain't
what the
gonna be
fuck is
cleared.
up with Matt Riddle? What the fuck's up with Matt Riddle?
He
So-
got
Suspended because of-
He got suspended.
Wellness
Yeah.
policy.
and apparently he's in rehab now, which hopefully he can get to see his
But-
kids for once.
Yeah.
I-
And I heard Jeff Hardy might be going to prison
Doesn't shock
or
me.
jail.
But-
yeah.
And
With-
and the quote Scott, in other words, water is wet.
But with
Yeah.
Roman, because I think James said this in one of his videos. He said that by WrestleMania, he's going to be close to 950 days as champ,
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
Which
gonna
is,
be around the 900 mark.
which is amazing to think that he
And-
might be able to reach that goal. I would love for Roman to keep the title onto
I
SummerSlam
think
past the 1,000 days.
I think Roman. I don't know if it was an article I read, but Roman in an article said he might retire after this decade and just end his wrestling career. Why not?
Which, in all honesty, that would actually be a really good career to go out on. That, in
Yeah.
all
Because
honesty, because
Because
this
then he
dude-
could go full Hollywood. He said he would
And-
probably go full
and-
Hollywood with either Marvel or DC.
And whomever beats Roman clean is going to have a rocket up their ass. They're going to be the next big
Honestly, if
superstar.
Roman still holds the title to SummerSlam, it's got to be Steiner.
It's
If
gonna be Cody.
Steiner does not win that world title when he debuts, I would be shocked. Because
But
think
then
about
again-
it. When he
but then
first
again, yeah.
debuted, he debuted like what, February of 2021. He was like a security guard or something like that. Then
Yeah.
the first couple matches, he was already in a title feud with Ciampa. And then he won the title like a couple months later.
Speaking of Ciampa, where the hell did he go? Where's Johnny Gargano?
injured.
Also, yeah.
Johnny has been. They've been doing stuff with Johnny and
With The Miz and Dexter Loomis.
Yeah.
And then
And
Ciampa, I think
Bronson Reed.
Ciampa's been hurt.
Yeah,
But the
Ciampa.
thing
I
with-
think
He's
Ciampa
tricky.
kind of.
But the thing with
Yeah.
Braun Breaker, I think it's too early for him to be in the title picture.
Yeah,
Maybe
because
after-
because with Braun Breaker, if you immediately put him in the main event, then you're telegraphing to the fans he's going to be the guy, and then he's going to get shat on.
maybe
You know,
after,
Yeah.
maybe after whoever beats Roman, maybe he'd be like, "Hey, I'm the new kid. I'm the next in line." Maybe, but
If you're
Still
going to
soon.
give Braun Breaker the belt, if you're going to give him the belt, Mania 40.
Probably.
It'll be weird. It'll be weird. Instead of Rock, all you hear Big E's music come out, and Biggie comes out and wins it.
Biggie, honestly, Biggie.
No, Biggie's career's over. He's
I think
confirmed that.
Biggie's done.
He's done.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
That's
Which
a really
sucks.
that's a really sad way to.
Yeah.
The dude's
Yeah.
positive though. That you can never deny Biggie's positivity.
Yeah,
This
well,
dude
what was
literally.
honestly, Biggie, the best thing for him to be right now, when he is healthy enough, I wouldn't even have him wrestle anymore. I would have him be like
Be a
a
manager?
producer, and well, he's not a great talker. He's good, but not manager
Commentator
material. And also, he's
alongside
too
Michael
big.
Cole.
He's too big to be a manager. But
Yeah.
no, Biggie, I think he'd be a good like road agent, producer, or hell, fucking.
He's
weight
yeah.
training
You look, he'd
coach
be
at
more.
NXT.
Yeah, maybe go back to the bodyguard.
Like, be
a
like, hey,
more
I'll show you
charismatic-
how you can get my muscles without having to be on the juice. Just follow my lead, and you'll get
All
strong.
right. So let's be realistic for a second. If you had to pick your top 5 picks for 2023 from someone in any other promotion next year to jump over to WWE, even if it's AEW, who are your picks?
Well, FTR
FTR
is coming. I would say
Malachi Black.
Yeah.
Malachi Black,
Miro.
Keith Lee, Miro, and now I'm trying to think of somebody
Adam
else.
Cole. I'm gonna say just shot in the dark. Adam Cole. Maybe the whole
lump
Acclaim.
him. Lump Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly
together.
Because both of them guys were injured.
I'm gonna say
O'Reilly's
this.
got he had
I
like
don't
neck
know.
fusion surgery, and Cole has not returned in the ring ever since he got that back concussion at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
That was what was that? That was like almost 7 months ago.
So technically, Adam Cole could just sit out his contract and then get better.
I'd rather him do
And then
that
come back
because
to
that's like
WWE,
the
yeah.
best thing in all honesty.
Because if you think about it, you get injured in WWE, technically you're a little bit safer in WWE compared to the other promotions. If you think about it.
Yeah. Here's a good example. Jeff Hardy. They were treating him safe in WWE. When he came to AEW, Tony Khan was just like, I got him for a certain amount of time, so I'm gonna do all these matches. The Hardy Boys.
It was
here's
all
ladder
smoke and
matches.
mirrors.
Yeah,
Like,
all ladder
have you
matches and all that BS.
That match against the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing was so bad. That was a bad match. I know people said they liked it. I thought that match was bad because no one can move.
Matt Hardy recently said he floated the idea of coming back to WWE one final time and then maybe just retiring after that.
The plan was for the Hardys to win the tag titles in that triple threat ladder match, but we all know what happened.
Everybody was looking at that and was like, "Oh my god, poor Jeff! They need to stop doing that." Not moments later, then he gets the DUI and all that.
Plus, right after that, weren't they originally going to give us the one Jeff Hardy character that we wanted to see once in WWE?
Willow.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the Willow Bray Wyatt feud?
That
would
have been amazing. The Fiend versus Willow.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing on the Willow character. Good concept, poor execution. And also kind of bad timing because, okay, think about it. So Jeff Hardy is going into a darker place in mind. He's being more sadistic, more evil. He's thrown into a feud with Magnus and Bram, and he's teaming with Abyss for some reason. Which, by the way, Magnus, who was the world champion a few months beforehand, just lost it to Eric Young, and he's already down at the mid card.
I mean, thank God he's redeemed himself in the NWA.
Yeah. Look who's
I'm shocked Triple H hasn't tried to get Nick Aldis to come to WWE.
Yeah.
Remember how they treated Mickey?
Yeah. Well, considering they had Mickey show up at the Rumble as Knockouts champion.
Yeah, that was just a courtesy. We're sorry about what happened with the trash bag and stuff.
And by the way,
we'll allow you to come into the Rumble. We'll let you have your
Has anyone been watching Nikki's stuff in Impact lately? Dude, she's in her late 40s?
Early 40s.
Dude, she's still kicking ass. She's putting on like match of your cadence like against Deanna Prospect. She had like a last woman.
Why you mentioned that overhyped piece of crap, Deanna?
I love Deanna. Come on.
I hate her.
speaking of females that look good for their age, Miz is just fucking lucky. Oh,
Maurice.
Nah, dude. Trish.
Yeah.
Lita.
Lita.
Dude, Lita was she was my goddess growing up. Maybe because I had a thing for redheads that had like the punk flair to it.
Jesus,
But dude, whenever Trish showed up and it was at one Raw in Toronto, I think, and she got like in a confrontation with Bailey.
What was I watching?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, she aged like fucking wine. I would drink all that and then some.
Yeah, I mean, since we're on the topic, speaking of other women in wrestling that's aged like fine wine, who else can you think of?
Becky.
Yeah.
Becky.
Yeah.
Becky's always looked great, but ever since she had her kid, she looked hotter.
Damn. Yeah, I'm just looking at the ECW pay-per-views.
Oh, we can't forget the best one, Sunny.
She went from fucking smoking hot to like what?
She went from smoking hot to trailer park trash.
No, that's an insult to trailer park trash. That's an insult to trailer park trash.
I killed Levi. I accomplished my mission.
Just mention Zeb and he'll revive.
So
Scarlet Bordeaux's ass.
Oh, latex. Oh my god.
We know
carrot cake. Levi.
Nikita Lyons.
Carrot cake.
God, why you mention freaking Deonna Purrazzo? She's an overhyped
You know what? You know what? Ugh. Call me crazy. I have a thing for Raquel Gonzalez.
Then again, she's Texan. Maybe she's tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dakota Kai.
Dude,
wait. Well, let me clarify. Especially when she started her heel run. My God, Dakota Kai looked hot as fuck.
Imagine wrestling promotion says, "Okay, we're gonna go back at the beach. We're just gonna call it back at the bush."
Levi's trying to process what the hell happened.
Yeah, you mentioning Sunny.
Levi,
back in the attitude era. What the fuck happened to her?
Like I said, Sunny went from smoking hot to trailer park trash. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, all right. I got one for y'all. Asuka without the makeup.
Yeah,
she's all right.
Yeah, she's all right.
If you had the longer hair, yeah.
Definitely. All right. Best moment ever.
Okay. I got one better for you. Io Shirai.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still can't get over that segment. I still can't get over that segment where she and Oscar are arguing.
I'll raise you this. Shotzi with her tank.
I don't know if Levi heard. I don't know if Levi heard when she was in her early heel run in NXT. Dakota Kai was pretty damn hot.
Yeah.
Shotzi, she can ride my tank all she wants.
Okay.
Give me a chicken dog. Oh wait, never mind. She's a lesbian. Never mind.
Dude. Go, please go look at Nikita Lyons, Ricky, for God's sake.
Yeah. hey, boss. Hey, boss. If you like big women, how about Dewdrop and Nia Jax for you?
Nah, I'll pass.
Yeah.
Dewdrop's the. I'd rather choose Dewdrop over.
Dewdrop's kind of cute.
No, Piper. I love Piper.
Oh yeah, Piper.
By the way, if you've seen her on Twitter, she's thinned.
Yeah.
She was never big. She was just like bulky, but she's thinned big time.
Speaking of wrestlers after pregnancy, how about Lacey Evans? She's a little thicker.
I think Lacey Evans is underrated when it comes to sexiness.
Apparently, she. Have you guys seen her Instagram? Her Instagram tweet about
Yeah.
her talking about autism and ADHD. Ooh, yeah,
I have
that's a
autism
spicy
and
one.
ADHD. Yeah.
Yeah, as someone that's
Okay.
grown up with that
Hot-
kind of hurt me a little bit. So
Hotness
I'm
in terms of
surprised.
not looks, but just beauty. Renee Young.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes,
she's a Renee Young. She's a kinky lady. Like I remember, I don't judge me. I did see Total Divas, but there was the episode.
I did also.
She was with her family in Toronto, and Moxley was there. And they were eating out at a restaurant.
Is that where the guy stole the hat? It was like
and
a drunk
fucking
guy.
and Mox throws the fork at the cup or at the wine glass, and it was like an Austin McMahon bedpan type moment. It was like the sound of Mox throwing the fork at the wine glass.
Yeah.
And then later in the episode, like Renee's got the hot leather jacket on, and then Mox takes nunchucks and gags her in the mouth, like, oh. So it's like they get
tell
freaky
those
in
two
bed.
were meant for each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah. And of course Bray Wyatt, because he went after JoJo. Because I mean, who was?
Oh yeah, they have a kid together.
And Braun Strowman's the Godfather.
The Godfather.
Aren't Braun Raquel dating?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Braun Breaker, you lucky son of a bitch, dating Cora Jade.
Oh my
God.
God.
Which I feel really bad for Blake Christian because Blake Christian's a really good guy. He's a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
Damn, Braun, you sneaky devil. Okay, how about this? Roxanne Perez. Now that.
She's good.
Well,
it's Ben.
What's up, Ben?
I mean,
What's up, Ben?
She's from my town. I'm just saying that.
You want to know what's weird?
Yes,
She's 2 years older than me. That is so weird.
I'm older than her. I gotta be older than her.
Yes, I think she's either 21 or 22.
Oh, crap, I'm her older brother. God,
she's 21.
Holy.
Ooh, I got my shot now. No, I'm just kidding. Oh,
I got a bigger shot.
Oh, yeah, because you're nearby. Oh,
yeah, that's fair.
So,
okay, you guys know the character of Scripps, right? Reggie?
Oh, yeah.
So I just I found this out like about a week or so ago. So apparently the gimmick of Scripps is there was this guy, I think it was like during the pandemic, where he was known as the Performance Center Stalker, where he would be sending like videos and like working out or like, wanting to get into the Performance Center, but they wouldn't allow him. Apparently he had like a gun in his hand, the police were like shooting at him and all that stuff.
God.
And he got sent to jail. And he managed to get away or something like that. And so he was wanting to have a match, and apparently him and Lacey Evans were having like a confrontation. And he was basically banned from the Performance Center, but he still kept going back, but they wouldn't do anything about it because it was like he could still do it. That encouraged the character of Scripps. I'm like, okay. Apparently, Scripps is now a heel for God knows what.
Yeah.
Apparently,
we were here a lot. I'm like, seeing that gimmick, I'm like, that's fucking Reggie, and that's a terrible ass gimmick.
If you're talking about terrible gimmicks, I mean, in WWE 2K, there's Ribby.
Okay.
There's who?
Ribby. Look it up. Ribby.
All right.
WWE. Ribby.
All right, guys. I
Look
gotta
it
go. See you
See ya,
next time.
Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New
I'm
Year.
actually gonna go ahead and end the stream on that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you guys who tuned in, and we'll see you
Hell yeah.
in the next one.
See ya.